That's Red
Hey, this is Rob Spade with Roleplay Public Radio. We're playing Masks of Nyarlathotep, Australia.
You're gonna die.
And to clarify, do we still have the punishment rule in place?
What?
The punishment rule in place for bad Australia references.
I'm still keeping a running tab, so yes.
Yes! Punishment puns.
Any Australia-based jokes?
Punishment.
Anything crocodile, dandy, ash.
I got a chuckle out of Melissa, so that's good enough.
Blame David all over again.
Where we last left off, you had reassembled part of the many who are one, who you have realized is a Yithian, whose mind has been split up into several human bodies.
Personality bits as plot coupons.
Yes, and you have the... let's see here.
Nyarlathotep thinks I'm okay now.
The child and the elderly woman, and you still need the engineer, the technician.
We have the historian, though, right?
Yes, the historian.
That's
and
the
all
most
Sheldon
important
cares
part.
about.
you recently you just rescued the child, who was the emotional core.
That one we could have shot.
Probably would not have been a good idea for the timeline.
We're just gonna shoot ourselves in the foot.
Let's see here. So you know where Huston's headquarters are, the wooden three-story building built in the northern edge of the lighted part of the ruins. The ruins, of course, extend to many, many other places. I will say you are near the Blue Break Plaza right now, looking at my map. Right after you rescued it.
If we've got the historian, surely she knows enough about the place to essentially reproduce that map for us.
The problem is that she only had the map when the city was intact and not in ruined. So there are
That's
avenues.
fine. A map with like horribly inaccurate place names is even more fun.
Yes. So she can get you to where you need to go, assuming there's no cave-ins or bottomless pits opening up. But of course there are. So you have to take her. Of course, you already know that because you were chased by cultists in the last one. And you barely managed to get away. So you're discussing how you're going to take out Huston and his little group.
Band of merry men.
Yes, his cultists. Because what you know is that this is the Yithian has told you that there are three places that are necessary to perform some sort of ritual to bring about the end of your civilization, which is the thing you're trying to stop.
Because it would be inconvenient.
Yes, you visited and disrupted one of those places, the Mountain of the Black Wind.
Except apparently we didn't.
Well, you took out the people who were there, but you didn't go to Egypt, so the cultists in Egypt can relocate to Kenya.
They have the cultists. They will rebuild it.
Yes. But this is the other place.
I wanted to go
and
to
you suspect that Shanghai,
A different me
based
wanted to go to
on
Egypt.
your clues that you gathered from Jackson Elias and in your own investigation, you believe that somewhere near Shanghai is the third area. So perhaps you can end this if you could take out Huston and somehow secure this area. You don't know. But he obviously needs to go. And you helping the Yithian because you've also been... You need to help the Yithian because the Lamplighters have been helping you, and you certainly don't want to anger, get rid of your only allies that you've had so far.
All hail the cones.
Yes. So where we're going to be beginning is you were sort of planning how you were going to take them down, how you're going to take down the cult of the Sandbat. You do know that they take prisoners, and in fact there is a group of cultists who will be transporting new prisoners to the compound soon, so you could try to intercept them and free those prisoners to add to your numbers. Of course, you don't know how useful those traumatized prisoners are going to be, but...
We could pull a Kenya again, which my character does not remember.
We don't have contact ghoul anymore.
No, they're releasing the cages.
Well, those cages are in the headquarters, so you'd have to sneak in there first. and you don't know what kind of security measures are in there.
Seems risky.
Yes. Well, all of it's risky. You're underground, surrounded by deadly cultists and
Seems
monsters.
unusually risky.
Yeah.
There.
And they know
Better
we're here.
semantics.
Yeah, and
They are looking for you. Yes, of course. This is a vast ruin.
we didn't
Because
get
we're in a vast land.
Yes.
and we didn't get the engineering bit the last time, did we?
No, you did not. That is the one that is kept with Huston. That is the one who is working without a personality, without any willpower. The engineer does whatever.
So it's like most IT
Yeah.
guys. Well, okay.
Don't take it personally, Aaron.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yes.
The CPU only does work. Fine.
So, if you have any other questions, there are, of course, also monsters still lurking about in the distance. That's why the Yithian did give you all lightning guns.
Yeah, firepower.
Yes. And what else? You could try and just scout out and go directly to the headquarters and raid that. You could try to whittle the numbers of the cultists down. You could try and rescue prisoners. You could try and explore. You could ask the Yithian for help.
That normally goes so well.
Well, you know, if you gave it some specific questions, like if you wanted to find some other... You found lightning guns pretty easily. Maybe there's some other advantage you could find in the ruins.
Could we ask it if they know any other paths that are unknown to the cultists?
There are many.
So, ones that could lead or...
It also has no way of knowing if they're actually valid.
Well, I know where you... Well, where do you want to go? The headquarters is... it is lit up all around it. I mean, I can see from here. You can actually see quite a... The points of light are...
1,000 points of light.
There probably are. There's a lot of lights. But these aren't the...
No new hexes.
no new hexes.
Reaganomics.
Yes.
Tom's not here.
It is
The blood will trickle.
The lights
down.
are turned on all around the headquarters and these generators inside the building, so there's no way to approach it without crossing without crossing into the light.
Eat my legs.
vision
No
goggles
new
with me?
cultists.
Not in the 1920s.
Dark Kingdom.
The Yithian, and unfortunately, the Yithian engineering component of the mind would probably be able to make in night vision goggles if you asked it, but that's a part you don't have access to.
Question: does my special eye operate as a night vision goggle
No, it
for
does not.
purposes of no?
Nice try.
These would be good as a cereal and milk.
Yeah.
Not healthy, but good.
We're having food for snack from the Asian food market for the listeners to know.
Consider
Yes.
some cereals that might actually be a little bit healthier.
So there is one thing we could do. It seems that the Huston is using some sort of some of our technology to destroy the willpower of some of your some humans to make them into essentially mindless slaves, and he's having these workers dig out certain sections of the ruin. If we go near to see where he's focusing his work on, I could try to guess what he is.
Is
trying to
Huston's
dig
name
out.
actually Hilter?
No, it is not. It is actually Huston. Indeed. So, or John Carver, if that's his alias. That he
Warlord of
used.
Mars.
Yes.
T, not a V.
So we could try and figure out what he's looking for by looking at
The
where
Lost
he's
Ark.
No. That's one option.
Why is it in Australia?
So do you want to try and rescue some prisoners along the way? Do you want to investigate what Huston is digging up, or you want to go straight to the, headquarters?
Guns blazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan I'm not interested in doing.
No, that was a question, not a plan.
Right.
You
Proposal.
could try to sneak in there because even though it's a headquarters, they can't have. If you could watch it, you could get close enough to try and figure out if there are any weaknesses in its defenses.
Yeah, because if they have any other defenses like the statues that were holding the emotional core in place,
Be nice to know.
Yeah.
and given my contact, I might be able to help get past that.
But they are looking for us, right?
Yep.
Yes,
And
they
that
are.
place is bound to be crawling with people.
Well, you don't know. Well, it may or may not. They might. You don't know how many there are, and if they're searching for you, they might not have the manpower to guard it as well. So they might assume that you're trying to get away and are focused on searching you.
Okay.
Don't we already know the cult isn't like the hundreds of people though?
Yeah.
Like, we already-
Well, this is a vast area too.
So there might even be more.
Well, we could try to get closer and at least see if it looks like it's guarded or looks like they've posted lookouts and
Yeah.
Into that idea. So, okay. Let's just synthesize a little information here. So, things that might be on a time limit would be slave movements, and there's some sort of unknown time limit if they're searching for us. You know.
Surveillance could be on a time limit if they have guards posted to patrol it.
Right. Well, just saying there's some sort of unknown limit at which they will find us, but we don't know when that is, and neither do they.
Okay, here's another question.
Actually, with the Yithian historian on your side, you could evade them as long as you're careful about avoiding the.
Functionally forever until we try to do something.
Well,
Because historians are
until you
all
run out of food and
powerful.
water.
Right.
So that's you. So you don't have to worry about them finding you automatically. It's,
But do we risk them figuring out what we are doing since we already have two of the three and them getting...
they're probably aware
Yeah,
of
I
it.
think after we took the first one, that was probably spoiled.
Probably by now they figured out that both are gone.
It depends on how chatty the engineering component
Well,
is.
so is
The
there...
engineering component, according to Yithian, only has technical knowledge and a basic understanding of English.
10010.
Which means it also doesn't have the ability to lie.
Right. So it wouldn't know any. Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't know to lie, but it wouldn't know anything else about.
Right. That they don't have a psychic link.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was worried about.
No. If it had a
Psychic link minus ability to
Then
lie.
we'd be in big trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wouldn't they be beefing up security around that third? And the longer we wait, the stronger that would get.
That depends on how long it takes them to get bored of searching for us.
No. They might assume that you guys have perished or something.
If there's
Or
other monsters, though, they might not even search for us, really. If there's other
Other
monsters
than we
in the
know they're
area.
searching for us.
Right.
Yeah, but how long they'll do it.
Right.
They might not do it for very long, assuming that the monsters will
Okay,
chew us up.
but the long and short of that being we don't have an identified time limit ticking down. So if we think we can pull off surveillance, I would say a little bit's in order.
Yeah, just to kind of see.
At least know where to shoot the gun.
engineer.
Right. Huh?
You could move the engineer too if they know.
They might move it, and if we're surveilling, maybe we'll get a sense of to where.
Well, the headquarters are the most heavily defended area, so they're probably not moving.
Right.
Right.
Question.
And the
Let's go
other
be
parts
sneaky.
could probably sense where if they are being moved. So
No.
Oh, they
They're-
can't. Okay.
that's-
No psychic link.
Some of us have been thrown in and out of time streams before.
Yeah.
Is it possible to get the Yithians to throw us between time streams to a period at which it's not as heavily guarded?
Actually, you
Yeah,
just,
when is that?
no, actually,
No.
You well,
Like before they're alerted to our presence.
You. One, chronotelemetry.
Screw paradoxes.
If we see ourselves, who cares?
Two, aren't you assuming that it was less heavily guarded?
Well, it would obviously be more heavily guarded now that we have the other two.
Well, I don't know. Well, that would be an
Well, how in the
engineering
world-
question. But
yeah.
I do know that the material that your fake eye is made of we used for viewing through time.
So you're talking as the historian now.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Thanks.
Not Ross.
the old
Can't you tell by his accent?
Sorry.
His diction was different.
The it would logically one would assume that you could if you knew how to activate it, you could view if you could view the headquarters directly, you could then see it both in the past and possible future.
I like this. Surveillance even better.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Let's
We
do
will
it to it.
surveil.
All right.
Do you know how to activate it?
That would be an engineering question.
Damn it.
But you're surprisingly clever for your
Oh, great, the
biological
insights
limitations.
again.
One thing you don't understand, sir.
Yes.
I mean, ma'am. Whatever you are. Cone.
Yes.
Gender neutral pronoun.
Your binary gender system, so quaint.
Clever normally doesn't go well for us. So,
Anyway, presumably, if we do want to spring the slaves, that is something that is on some sort of a time, we can only do that when they're transporting them.
Now, why would we want to spring the slaves?
Distraction.
You could recruit some of them, probably.
Warm
Distraction. Distraction.
He's not being
shield.
meat shield. So
Well, one of you dies. Hey, that's a great way to introduce a new character.
I mean, if we double our numbers, we've at least reduced our disadvantage from a factor of, 20 to a factor of, 10?
All right, sure.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
The odds become more... May the odds ever be in your favor. A little.
Or at least less not in your favor.
All right.
although before we go, at least since we know that we can't access any information about the eye, or at least to operate it through the Yithian, would it be possible if I fell asleep holding it, I might be able to access some information by dreaming?
That's weird.
Let me get this straight.
Let me take a nap with your fake eye.
Oh wait, there is an archive of information. Perhaps you could figure out how to operate the eye from its archives.
Where's the archive?
Well, it's not in a lighted section, of course, but it's just down that way.
Trap.
Well, I don't think it's a trap on purpose, so it'll be a fun surprise for everyone.
That's a theory.
So do you go?
I'm trying to think if there's another way. Could I do a preparedness check to see if the Yithians told me the operating functions of the eye before they gave it to me?
That's how that works.
No.
Here's the manual.
No, and as for you, I believe that your ability to enter the to project your mind into the dimension known as you call the dream ones. I don't believe you would have to make contact with someone else. You could use that as an opportunity to gain contact with a being who could then instruct you in the usage of this artifact.
I've already been in contact with one other being today. It's probably not a good idea.
To the archive, because we are being guided there.
Okay.
We might find something cool.
That's true. We might find more uses of a lightning gun.
This is true. So you take a side tunnel, an unlit tunnel, that you
We
go
have flashlights. We covered that last time.
You go short ways. You do have flashlights. You don't have to make any checks until you come to a large boulder that is blocking your path.
That's a bummer.
It is not blocking the entire path. There are two. There is a side. There is sort of space along the top that you could wiggle your way through one at a time, or you could try and get some rope around it and maybe try and pull it out.
How large a boulder is this?
It's covering about 2/3 of the space. So
How big was the space
Yeah.
that it's covering?
Yeah.
Way to describe by not describing.
Okay, well, you only went into the tunnel a short way, so you could pull it out of the tunnel entirely.
Okay, so it is actually physically possible to pull.
Yeah, you could get. It is.
So the tunnel is relatively tiny.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just covering all the
Yeah,
bases. I mean, I've got athletics I'm not using for anything. I don't know what you guys want to do.
I've got athletics I can throw at the problem.
Okay. So you want to
Yes.
try and pull it out? All right.
We sing a jolly sea shanty.
Okay.
And one, two,
Yo-ho.
It's a group
Yo-ho.
effort. Everyone can spend points. One person rolls. Who's rolling?
I'll spend two.
one.
I'll spend 2.
Okay. So
Well,
who's
that
rolling?
gives us 5.
4.
What?
Who's
Four?
rolling?
5.
2 and 2 and
Five.
1 is usually
All right,
2 and
Bill's
2.
rolling.
7.
All right. It takes you some time and effort, but you manage to get the build down.
Weird.
So you clear the path and you go further in, and it opens up into a plaza that's clearly been fractured by some sort of earthquake or seismic event. There are other tunnels, or it looks like cracks in the wall that have formed into caves. So many paths are leading here, but.
So it's Rome.
Yes, but then it opens up into a large, what used to be some sort of building, but has collapsed halfway But you can see a light up ahead.
Is it his bunk when he's not?
And everyone give me a sense trouble check.
I'll spend one.
3.
I'll spend one.
You know what? I'm just gonna roll it.
That was sad, Aaron.
If I heard your pencil for a second.
Yes.
Thanks.
What happened?
No, there's no eraser on that, FYI.
That's okay. That's good. Put a point on.
Yeah.
I got 4.
3.
Okay.
No.
All right. And, okay, 1.
Are you going to be miming the whole game?
She was taking a drink. It's fine.
Sean.
I'm just giving her a hard time.
All right, so you don't notice anything, you know.
Even with the 4?
Even with a 4, yeah.
Number.
We're going down.
Yeah.
Everyone
Except there
should
is
look
a small light up ahead.
Atomic door.
So shiny, chop.
No, it looks like candlelight, maybe.
Is this a
Is it
walking
moving?
anglerfish, Ross?
Let me write that down.
Yeah, is it moving?
Yeah, flickering.
Like
Yeah.
torch? Okay.
We
Is it
find
like moving
Meatloaf's
side
bedroom.
to side or
It seems to be still.
still but flickering?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it warm and happy?
It's pretty far away. It's just a point of light, really, at this distance.
That's not answering the question.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
Is it warm and happy?
No. Again, it's not. Yeah. So
What happens if we all shine our flashlights in that direction?
you can't really see anything. You have to get closer. So you continue into the building.
Yes.
So the historian leads the way. But then, says there should be great walls that have
Fire.
vast amounts of information, technical writing. You should be able to find. Oh, this is new. There is a person in ragged clothing, huddled next to several candles actually, only one of which is burning though, but you can see there's others. Then
It's a doctoral candidate.
he's sort
working on his
of bowing
dissertation.
at something just beyond the candle, some sort of stone monument or structure or altar or something like that.
Sunlight.
He's sort of muttering to himself. He doesn't seem to notice you.
Doctoral candidate.
Everyone else can give me another sense trouble check.
This might be good on you.
2.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Whatever.
spend one.
2. 5.
5.
Sometimes it's actually better to not sense the trouble.
Yes, in this case, those of you who made a 5 or above, give me a stability check if you look up.
I don't suppose I can spend my cool points from the sense trouble on that stability, huh?
I guess. I mean, if it's allowable by the rules, I think it is.
It doesn't actually apply to stability.
Okay,
I
all right.
just thought I'd see if I could. Yeah,
No.
How much is it?
I'm fine.
And it's no longer minding.
It's 2
Just the
stability.
resignation in your voice.
Because you look up and you see. At first, it looks like a field of brass on the ceiling, but then it moves, swaying, and then you see. It's hard to make it out of it. It's just this great mass, but then you start making it out. You realize they're bats, but they're not.
Green?
They're sort of brownish green, and you realize
Algae?
they're not alive,
Mold?
but they're still moving. These look like
Decaying.
skeletal bats with little bits of fur hanging on them, and they're all just sort of swaying to a wind you can't feel. They're all just sort of moving.
Zombie bat.
The entire ceiling is covered with them, and they are utterly silent aside. Yeah,
Wouldn't be very loud.
there's no smell of guano or anything else like that.
Well-
yeah,
Zombie bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By my black hand, the dead shipwreck.
So no one shoot a
So the
gun.
historian looks up. This is unusual. I don't.
That is a historian's response, Ross. That's very good.
Life finds a way.
No, these aren't alive.
Well, they were at one point.
He is.
Yes.
Perhaps you should talk to your fellow primate.
Thanks for that.
That's I mean, it is
Really
an
know how to
insult.
make a guy feel. Yeah. Feel.
So, what do you guys do?
We talked to the guy.
All right, who's talking to him?
I think our scholar should, because obviously you have the most expertise in this field, and so you should talk to the crazed man bowing before the archival relics.
Well, that's great, but I'm straight out of a cult. I have all of 1 point of interpersonals that I've already blown.
Yeah, probably not you then.
I'm not sure how cop talk would work.
I have flattery and reassurance still. If you want me to,
Go for it.
that could be good. So,
Back
It's
you up
Aaron.
if you need it.
It's not going to be good.
well, fine. We'll sit in the dark forever then. There you go.
Just
Don't
kidding.
too
It'll be
loud.
fun.
Don't forget the bats.
Sir. Hi.
I wish we
I'm
had
sorry we
video.
don't.
For the listeners, Ross is
Didn't want
doing
to
a very
disturb
good
you.
crazed impression.
Yes, I am real. You don't have to touch her. If
Ross
you
looks
wanna
like
touch
Phil
my-
Collins
this,
wanting to touch someone.
putting out like the hem of the sleeve. Like there you go. See, I'm
Feels your arm.
yes,
We are real.
yes. Although, did you put the boulder there?
If it's your boulder, we moved it.
Yeah, granted we didn't see the welcome mat, but
You're not from. You were the first petitioners. You were here to
Definitely
bask.
ABD.
To bask. You're here. The vigil is over. The crusade can begin. Yes, we can strike a mighty blow against the heretic.
well, could you
elaborate.
could you? Well, we might be, but we're coming to gain some more information beforehand too.
Of course, you must hear the gospel.
Well, why don't you tell us what your gospel is about first before we hear it? What's your name?
What's the difference exactly?
Yeah.
My name has been taken from me. It was a lie sent to me by the evil gods. But only the true Father, the bat sent. My name cannot be pronounced by human tongues. It is the sound that they make in the dark, the sound it sees.
It's Cree.
You have to understand, the heretic, he comes here, he claims to be of the bat, but he brings the hated light.
Which heretic? How, when,
The one who brought
committed
the one who
talking
brought me
about
here
Huston.
in chains, and I escaped. And then I heard things in the dark, and then I came here, and then I have almost freed myself from the need to see. As soon as the candle dies, I will be able to. I will see through sound. Don't you see? Yes.
So he's meditating
Yes.
his way into echolocation.
Echolocation.
Great.
Yeah, but
be handy.
we could start a crusade against it.
For
All we
bats'
have to do
rights.
is stop him from confirming the. It is very imperative that we stop him from.
Yes.
We agree.
Yes.
Well, it's the new thing, the project, that his personal work. Yes, he is trying to ignore the work of the great bat. Yes, he is trying to oversee them by going before. So, anyway,
The
What,
crazy is contagious.
are you just that amused by my get on with it face?
I figured crazed laughter had to be part of the soundtrack somewhere.
When is it not?
so yes, but yes, this. If you look at the walls, can you see? Do you see? Do you understand them?
You will have to interpret for us.
Yeah,
Well, will Aklo or Narcotic work?
Yes.
I can read them.
Oh, go right ahead then.
we have our
Okay.
interpreter.
All right. Do you have Cthulhu Mythos to spend?
Nope.
Okay. You can still read them. You.
I do. Can we group it up?
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah.
All right. fine,
We have our translator and our historian.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you realize how to activate the eye.
oh, good.
Yes.
No, counterclockwise. There you go.
It's sort of meditation that you have to perform. You have to get into an altered state of consciousness to have it work.
Sweet.
So
Whiskey.
drugs.
There's typically a drug that can help the mind to do this. If you can't,
Wandine.
Can I smoke it as a cigar, sir?
No. But there are ways to achieve it without the aid of drugs. typically
What's the fun in
through
Dang
seeing, being primed by seeing something of great cosmic significance.
Well, we've done that a
I
few
think we've gotten
times.
some bats
Yeah,
out.
that would help do that. So the other way is they mentioned something about using the. It keeps mentioning the device. You realize that the lightning gun isn't necessarily a gun; it was a multi-purpose tool for the Yithians.
Sweet! It's the Yithian Swiss Army knife.
Yes. Unfortunately, you don't know how to activate it that way. The controls are kind of. Oh, yeah, you have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could attempt to zap them with it to trigger the time.
Why don't we just set the eye here? You can zap-
No. It's an
SB.
attunement process. It's important that it be in you.
You just want to shoot me. You arrogant scholastic bastard.
Not on a character level.
So. So the priest of the bat is just watching you as you discuss this, and he's like, "Yes, you are clearly the sign. Just say the word, and we shall begin the crusade." And at that point, we shall rise up. At that point, there's actually squeaking coming from the undead bats.
All right, so mark that in the assets column. Undead Bat Army.
Undead bat
This
army.
could get messy.
No,
It
they don't
already
poop
is.
anymore. Which I mean,
We shall purge them all.
Yes,
They occasionally shed rotting skin, but hey,
That's all.
who
who
doesn't?
doesn't? Well, so first we should work on tuning the eye. Yeah, it's important.
Okay.
Does the eye have a fancy name according to the wall?
It's not pronounceable by human mouths.
Can you try anyway?
No,
You have to have 3 tongues.
All right,
I don't have a Lovecraftian name generator. in front of me.
I spend my 2 points of electrical repair
Okay.
to properly activate it.
Okay. All right. This will use 2 charges.
Activation noise.
So,
Is this an opposed roll
no, it's just a stability check.
for me?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I'm fine.
5.
Nice job.
Okay.
very stable.
You lose a point of sanity.
I got plenty of sense. Well, actually, I don't.
Come to think of it.
As you start,
Actually, no. I'm,
time freezes around you, and then people start moving backwards. And they start you speaking. Well, you can't actually hear anything. It's only through you only see things. So they start moving backwards.
are there Morlocks?
No, they're not. So you realize you can. But it's moving at a 1-to-1 ratio right now. Are you trying to figure out how to control it, or do you try and shut it off, or what
Try
do
to
you-
control it.
All right, try to control it. That would be a lot of different spins on this.
Driving? No.
No, not driving.
Piloting.
Not all.
Sense trouble.
Since trouble would work definitely.
I will spend 2. And get an 8.
All right. You realize you can kind of just by focusing.
Wait, what was the spend on that? Since I used sense trouble, I have the cherry pool. So what was the goal?
I'd say it's a 4 for
So
that.
you have 2,
Yeah.
I have 2.
but you have to use them in the same scene.
I know. So I'm waiting for Ross.
Okay. Time starts speeding up. You realize you can kind of just by mentally focusing, you can speed up or slow down. You're not sure how to stop it yet. So do you start speeding up or slowing down?
Move forward slowly.
Okay. It starts playing back again. You've only gotten about a minute away, so you start seeing the same thing happening again. Or so you're going to
Hi,
go into
guys.
the future?
Yes.
Okay. So you start going into the future. Give me another sanity check.
Can I use my cherry pool on that?
Not on this.
Dang it. 5.
Okay.
Seen worse.
The bats leave in
Today.
mass. You leave in mass. And then you start seeing something at the edges of your vision. Just like at the periphery. It looks like gray threads in the distance. They start getting becoming more and more solid, and then you start seeing past them. You're looking at time, as far as you can tell.
Sweet.
So you realize that these are different timelines. You're looking at possible timelines. But there's something beyond the timelines. So what are you focusing your mind on?
The timelines.
All right, there's as you look at the threads, there's a timeline up ahead where you trip and fall into a pit.
Okay, let's go to a different one.
You see another one. There's gunfire.
Let's go to another one.
There's more gunfire.
Let's go to another one.
There's a lot. There's just.
Let's go to another one that doesn't have gunfire.
All right, you try to find one. A giant rock falls on all of you, and you die as soon as you leave this room.
That one's pretty good. But next,
All right, give me another sanity check as you're viewing timeline after timeline.
4. Bring it,
All right,
Ross.
you lose another sanity. What? So, what advantage are you looking for?
I'm looking for a timeline that is the least risk for us.
We're not really want to spy on, right? We're not at the building yet.
Yeah, you're
To
still.
get to the building to spy and
Okay.
be safe.
There are many timelines in which you do that. The problem, the
When we
timelines
survive.
start getting gunfire when you get past the building or get after you get to the building.
Once we get to the building.
Yes.
Okay.
But you realize as you're going through this that there's something viewing you through the timelines.
What's looking at me?
Okay, that's another stability check.
6.
All right.
Bring it, Ross.
Congratulations on your ability to roll on the high side of the die.
Yes. So you're looking through it. You realize that there is a force, a being, that gazes upon you with infinite malevolence. It is.
Is this one of the little bald guys from Green Lantern?
No, it is impossibly large, and your timelines are all growing hazy and foggy beyond a certain point.
And it's the cause?
You can't tell. This is new to you, and you don't have quite enough of a frame of reference to work on. But you realize the longer you look at these timelines, the longer it will, the more of a fix it will get on you.
The Yithians are Nietzscheans. The Abyss is gazing back.
This isn't a Yithian. You know this.
Well, no, but the eye is.
Yeah.
God, Ross, made my joke.
In terms of an advantage, there's 2 points you gain from your sense trouble check. You can keep until you use them, period, since you've seen possible futures.
No problem.
All scenes are the current scene.
Yeah.
The
So
waveform has collapsed.
yeah, but that's all you. That's at that point though. You snap back. You've pushed yourself as far as you can take it right now.
Okay.
So everyone else, he just gazes out for a moment, and then
We're
he
used to
falls
this.
down and has a seizure. It looks like.
Used to it.
Yeah. So someone
Stick
else
his
might want
wallet
to
in
give.
his mouth.
Yeah, give him a first aid check.
What? So you don't bite your tongue?
Well, to keep him from like freaking out or
Right.
banging his head
Somebody
on a
with
rock
first aid
wall.
want to do that?
I'll give him 2.
And you just turn me on my side and
could have
hold my
2.
head. That's all you need to do.
Have
Nope,
to.
wallet in the
No,
mouth.
just give me a check. Roll a d6.
4.
Okay, with a 4, you don't take any damage from the
Yay.
your seizure. But then you recover. So the priest at the back just starts walking towards you with his hands outstretched. Yes, I have overstepped. You're clearly the prophet. Where should we go?
Were there any timelines where this guy is a dummy, a prop, that I remember?
What do you mean by?
Basically, put him in front to see what happens.
There are many. Actually, you know that if he's the only one. You don't know how, but he's controlling the bats.
Okay, so
Would it be possible to do a point of
But it's
prediction?
not a conscious control. They're just attuned to his emotional state.
so if we get him pissed at the heretic and send him
He's
running,
already pissed at the
Yes.
Yeah, it's
oh no,
supposed to
but
be.
like send him ahead and convince him that we're on his side.
Sure.
Just attack the heretic with your undead bat army.
He's pretty convinced so far.
Well,
I think
Yes.
we just have to say go.
You actually. This will be the last thing. This will be your. Actually, I will say you gain 1 point that you can use as basically a time viewing thing, so you can spin that for one advantage. Or answer one question. So if you want your question of what will happen if I send that guy ahead, I can answer that. But that will be as much as you can figure out from your time view.
Save it.
Um,
We're going to want it later.
Yeah.
but if we want to,
TP time point.
I can spend a point of reassurance to tell him know that we are, it's like, have seen the future, we know what we're doing, attack, and listen to us when we say attack.
Okay, with a point of reassurance, he will do that.
All right.
Unless something pisses him off.
Right.
He's not emotionally stable. Weird.
Well, I know. Hopefully they'll do so, but
Yeah.
we have a...
Everybody walk on eggshells with this guy,
Yeah.
except for the bad guys. They can piss him off as much as they want.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, we got what we came here for, plus some on the side. Slaves.
Undead Bat Army.
Slaves.
Slaves.
That way we'll have slaves and bats and crazy dude.
Okay. So you could use your TP to find out where and when the slaves are going to be coming.
That'd be useful.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
At what point the patrol would be at its weakest for
Yes.
us to free the slaves?
That would be
That'd be great.
That's an even better one.
Yeah.
So I will spend it for that.
All right, so you know where to go and what to do. So you guys spend some time moving down the tunnels, leaving, going back down the main path. They're taking actually from the bunkhouse near the entrance towards the central. There is a main lit tunnel or path that goes from the bunkhouse to the headquarters. But it is a very long path, and most of the cultists are out patrolling for you and checking up on the generators and setting traps for you along the generators and other points of interest. So there's not so many to guard the prisoners who look like they've been here, or you're not sure. Actually, some of them are. It's actually a very eclectic group of prisoners that you can see. Some are European, some are Asian, and some are indigenous
Jamaican.
to Australia. So you're not sure where they're getting these people from, but they're yeah. So there's only 4 guards, 2 up front, 2 in the back. The prisoners are shackled or chained to each other, kind of similar to what they were doing in Kenya,
Which a few of us remember.
Yeah, those 2, yeah. So the easiest way to do this, you know where to position the best. The best timeline is the one in which there are people up front and people behind to just ambush the guards simultaneously, and you know the timing of it. Unfortunately, you don't have you can see the possible timelines. You don't know what this one is going to be, because in some ones, everyone succeeds on their stealth check, and in some
everybody fails their roll,
or some fail their roll, and then it turns into a fight, and the gunshots carry.
And in others, a boulder rolls over the top. Of
Gunshots, you do know that gunshots do carry, and so the cultists will know approximately where.
What about
lighting gunshots?
Yeah.
The lightning is pretty visible down here.
Wait, do we still have that fancy schmancy bow?
I do.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
only good for polyps.
It's still a bow. It can still.
It's still a bow, which is quieter.
Yeah, I can use
Yeah.
weapons. Like, I'm not intending to
And
use a
don't
gun.
some of us have daggers? We could throw
Yeah,
daggers.
you can. You all have bladed weapons. You all have lethal weapons to sneak up. So if you all make a stealth check and then one weapons check, you can take out a cultist silently. And 2 of you can approach the same guard. So if one of you fails, the other one can. If you fail your stealth check, the guard is alerted and you can't one-shot.
We don't all have to go, though. If there's only 4 guards, then what we could do is have people cordon off either end of it as well, like sneak around and catch runners.
The thing is, the guards are close enough to one another that you only get 1 round, so you all have to kill them at the same round, pretty much simultaneously. If you don't, the guards will notice.
I think we could have a person
They're
that
on
is
alert.
watching to make sure that those of us that are doing it.
One of you could stay, with the bow and pick anyone who wasn't killed off.
Yeah.
I am useless for this. These are not where my points lie.
But you can all make stealth and weapon checks without.
I don't have weapons.
You can all make stealth and weapon checks just by rolling the d6. You don't get any bonuses, but it's sneaking up and stabbing a dude is pretty.
Yeah,
Point and
got
click
that.
is an interface, so...
Could you use
We have
tackling?
6 points to use against
Oh,
both of the
I have my
as well.
cherry
Oh, you
pool.
have a
yeah.
bonus pool. So
Yeah, we
I have my cherry pool, too.
yes, you
I thought it
do.
was only 4. Or did we get extra?
I wrote down 6.
Okay.
I'm going with
Well,
I'm gonna believe you
because I have my cherry
I will
pool.
believe it. Yeah, 6 points.
My cherry pool.
So you could all spin that if you want to.
Damn it.
Okay. Well, I don't need it because I've got 8 weapons.
Yeah.
so-
Well, I'll use my
People
cherry
don't have any
pool.
points.
Yeah, for those.
Okay,
So I'll spend 2 for my spells.
So basically,
and 2
each
on
of
my
you has to
cherry
take
pool
1
for
guard
weapons.
except for 1 person. So,
Okay.
Well, which will be Bill because Bill
okay.
reasons.
So everyone can give me a stealth check,
Okay, so I'm putting 2 into that.
and it has to be separate.
That is 8.
Everyone has
Did
to.
anyone need to use from the pool?
Yeah, yeah. Everyone can.
Yeah, because I have
And
no
then 2.
stealth at all.
Okay.
So, do you mind if I take 2 for stealth?
Sure, I got
All right.
6.
I'm going
Just
to
gonna
take
Way to go.
shut up. 4. Thank God.
8.
Okay, you all made at least a 4. You all sneak up. You are hidden in crevices along the wall, the ones that you exactly knew that they wouldn't notice. So you all pass by their blind spots. So you all reach out with your shanks in hand.
So I'm spending my cherry pool on my weapons.
Okay.
That's 2, 7.
All right.
I slit his throat.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 3. So I get an 8.
All right.
Shot through the heart.
2.
Stab through the heart,
Okay.
is it maybe?
And
So,
can
Aaron-
I spend 2 more from the cold pool?
Yep.
All right. Here we go.
So far we're doing
3 out of 4. It's up to Aaron.
Cool.
No pressure.
Don't worry, I'm paying attention. If you fail,
You got
Take 'em out.
3.
Well, you got a 3?
3.
Yeah, that is not enough.
all right. So I've got a throwing knife.
That you
So can
already
I
spent
see
your
this-
action stabbing.
Bill.
Bill
you have
is
to
the only one
quickly
who
spend
can-
an action
We
to
have
finish
a cherry
Aaron's
pool.
guy off.
How much do we have left?
2.
Great.
Well,
You can
better
try
than
and
nothing.
I had to take 2 to stealth, so.
because of the time pool thing, I will say you predicted that Darlington would have been the weak link, so you would have had the extra character there. So you could make a stealth and a weapon check to sneak up and stab where he failed.
Okay, so we have 2 left.
One.
No, 1 left. We have
No,
2 points
points.
left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 points left.
Great.
You just
Use
spend
a
1 for
weapon.
each.
I'm,
Or you could just save it. It doesn't.
Well,
But it's
I can do math in my own head.
At this point, you know the DC for both are 4.
Yeah, great.
Do you have stealth?
No.
he
Weapons?
doesn't have
No.
stealth or weapons.
Doom.
Yeah.
Do you have a cherry pool?
No, because I don't have a magic time eye that lets me carry it through more than one scene.
Yeah. You did have to lose a lot of sanity for that.
Hey.
It's true.
Yeah.
You are slightly insane now.
I'll spend the 2 on the stealth because
Okay.
I need to actually make that. And I do.
Well done.
Okay.
So now it's pretty much a coin flip.
Yep.
Awesome.
You can do it.
I can.
Yeah.
All right. The guy's like, what? Oh,
Good dead
whoa. And then he gets shanked in the stomach and bleeds out. You drive the
That was
breath from.
unpleasant.
Yes, it was unpleasant. Have you all killed somebody in hand-to-hand combat before? Have your characters?
No.
Yes.
All right,
say yes.
stability checks.
Well, I have.
I have.
I missed
Pretty
mine,
sure we
so.
killed-
No, yeah. Well, you saw someone die up close.
Wait, all of us were at the boulders. A
Yeah,
lot of that
which
involved
was
hand-to-hand.
shooting.
And spears.
And spears.
Throw.
2 stability. Yeah,
One
you're.
of them was close, right next to me.
Yeah, down to 1.
Good job. You stabbed him. I didn't.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I make it.
Okay. No.
Aaron, do you make it?
No, I already took my time. Down to 1 stability.
Yeah. But you freed prisoners. And if they get out alive, you'll regain stability and possibly sanity for that. But not yet. They're
But if
not
they-
out of the woods yet.
If they die,
That will be more stability checks.
Meh. I've got plenty.
There are
Rest in
24 of
choices.
them.
24.
Yes.
Nice.
so we have an army of undead bats,
Yeah.
An army of
24 possible stability checks.
It'll just be 1. I'm not going to.
Be optimistic, Sean.
Oh, can we search the bodies of the dead people?
Yes, you get some food and supplies, which will not benefit your survival pool because you have 24 new mouths to feed.
Not for long.
Not wow. Most of them are, all of them are adults. All of them can walk, obviously. They're actually pretty, they would be very healthy if they hadn't been grabbed, and they speak several languages. Some are actually in Cantonese, and Sulan can understand them.
Oh, good.
Saying they were grabbed from the streets of Shanghai and thrown in a dark place. They felt pain as they were pushed through some sort of door, and then they wound up here. Which sounds like perhaps they were pushed through a gate. But some of them are able to speak English. I will say 2 of them are ready to fight just without any checks whatsoever. The other 22 are cowering. If you have any other skills, interpersonal would help.
Reassurance?
Reassurance would definitely help.
All right.
If you want to we could totally win. Just help us. If you,
Lend me your
intimidation would work. Cop
Look,
talk
we have
would work.
lightning gun.
Cop talk will work.
Cop talk would
I
definitely.
will spend a point of cop talk.
All right, you spend a point of cop talk. You can get 1d6 more to fight for you. Like instead, like basically 2 of them are willing to
I see what
fight.
you're saying.
I get 3.
You get 3 more. 3 more of them are like
I'm gonna spend 2 reassurance. That means I get 2d6.
Yes, you do get 2.
Hooray! There's 4 and 5. 9.
9.
9
So,
plus
12,
3 is
14.
14, so we only need 10 more.
Go off with flattery. You look like you're so strong, though. You could defend us. Defend our group and make us better.
I just rescued
Do I need to
you.
roll
Please
that?
save
Well,
her.
to see how many you convince.
I spend and then
1. There's one guy. Yes, I'll fight for you.
the Gen Con dice is not helping me at all today.
Well, I have
I can't
flattery.
spare to see a woman trying to fight. That was the way you missed with that shank. That was.
Roll the shit out. Roll the shit out.
No, we just need to take this dice away.
Doing it with
So you put it right back in front of him.
Well, no, it's mine. I have to take it.
Yeah. Well, you could get a new dice out of your bag.
Just use
Or
the
you just bring that one die here.
My bag was in Tom's car, right?
So yes.
It's Tom's fault.
It's you.
I'll be over here if you need me.
We just need to cut the hand off and start from.
Well, let's see if we can do it this way. There we go.
All right.
All right.
Left-handed rolls only.
All right. So you have what? 15
Oh,
now.
I want to just spend a point of flattery too.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like, oh, you big strong man.
All right.
Little do they know
Only
Oh.
2.
2 more. Yeah.
that Marlowe could kill them all.
17.
PG.
Better than nothing.
So we got 17 total.
Can we do another check, or
If you have any other skills to use, I would
can
allow
use
other.
other skills, or just if we have other points of the skill?
What other skills? I mean, just
Bargain. If you, it's like I'm part of a wealthy family.
think
If
I
you
do.
help us out, we'll make sure you're well
credit rating will
compensated.
not work. Credit rating will not work on this.
You said flattery will work, right?
Flattery.
I didn't say credit rating. I said
All right.
bargain.
Oh, you big strong man?
You don't. You don't have to
Well,
be
there's
proof
some
of your
Cantonese speakers,
Oh,
so maybe
yeah.
there's some like. Hey, 6.
There were
Okay.
quite.
23,
Yeah.
26. We have them all.
All of them.
24.
We got
caught 'em
you
all.
Convert them all. Men and women are all like, yes, we shall fight. We shall be your peasant army for a glorious
We
uprising.
shall fight them all on the beaches.
Oh,
Young farmer's part of him named Mao. He's like, this gives me ideas.
Oh,
Eeyore and Tigger.
Yeah.
we started.
Yes. Yeah.
No,
Candy.
You're going to be one of the first ones to die in the Cultural Revolution.
So you have 24. They are, of course, very poorly armed, mostly with rocks and a few of the weapons from the cultists. But
What types of weapons from the cultists, Rob?
They had the bats, and one of them had
Wait, bats or
the
bats?
jawbone mace.
the bats with the bat
bat
teeth.
bats.
So yeah,
Bats.
sticks
Yeah.
with bat teeth.
Yeah, sticks with bat teeth. Clubs with bat teeth. So they have a couple of those. They have. They didn't. The cultists you were fighting didn't have any firearms on them. Actually, no. One of them did. One of them had one revolver with 2 bullets in it. So
Somebody had a machete, right?
yes, they had a machete.
All right, so we handed them machetes.
So yeah, they have.
Is it actually
like
machete?
It's like 5 weapons for 24. So the rest of them have rocks and.
Well, I can give them each one of my throwing knives.
Can we give them each an undead bat?
Companion.
Yeah.
Animal companions, they're all rangers.
Wow.
How many undead bats do we have? We could disperse them
You
equally.
have
among
all
the-
of them.
Actually, we can go give that one.
Actually, you don't have any. The priest has all of
The
them.
crazy
We really
priest.
don't have
yeah.
much. To
I'll go and
Oh,
give
we should
my
make sure that
sidearm.
all 24 know. Be nice to this guy. He controls them.
What? Them? Who's that? Great. Now there's your 24 stability.
Yeah, you probably don't
Yeah,
want to
don't
show
look
them
up, no.
that.
But I'll give one of the guys my normal the sidearm that I was carrying since we have the lightning guns. So.
Okay, yeah, sure. Disarm
Okay.
yourself.
So,
Lightning
we want
gun.
to go.
Yeah,
try to
no,
get
that
some-
can't go wrong.
Never mind.
It won't.
Yeah, no.
It won't.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, sorry, Bill.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
So now that we have the immediately possible or apparent assets, do we want to go,
Do the building.
Raid.
surveil, see if, since we're not super time factored, if there's like a guard changeover that we can, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, that would time viewing could certainly solve
Yeah.
that answer.
Yeah. I only have so much stability left.
Well,
Let's
you
do
can
this
say
thing.
no.
No, I'm fine with it. I think you guys understand.
Okay,
me.
what are we
What's your
at?
sanity right now?
What's your sanity at?
Sanity or stability?
Sanity.
Okay. 4.
4. Okay.
Well, that's 20.
Yeah. Okay. So you can get there easily, or you can get within sight of it without having to make a check. You're still kind of far away, but like you're in one of the dark areas that's just past the edge of the lights. And there are right now quite a few guards are actually like, "Hey, those guys are where's the shipment?" They're waiting for the new guys to show up. You can hear screaming and cries of anguish. Sounds like they have quite a few prisoners kept in there. You do notice that they have a fixed, like a Maxim machine gun fixed on the second floor, or third. No, yeah, the second floor. That's fixed on one of the prominent side, one of the lit paths. So it looks like if you have anybody with firearms could just roll a d6 to see if they understand, or spend 2 points to.
I'll spend 2.
Okay. You spend 2 points. You realize that is something. It's a Maxim, but it looks like it's been basically refurbished and.
It's a Maxim lightning gun, isn't it?
No, it's just a Maxim machine gun. Like
He's saying it's in poor condition,
Yes.
not in especially good condition.
Oh, goody.
So we could just-
So it might
yes.
jam.
it will probably jam. It also doesn't look like it's that well fixed on the.
So if our legs are still springs, we'll be fine.
Yeah, as long as you don't go down the avenue that would be best to attack otherwise. So the other two sides, it's built up against one wall, so there's only 3 sides facing it. There are 3 open sides. The main one, the south, the west, and the east. The west, you would have to actually. Go through the lit. That's only facing the lit area, so you'd have to actually take a long path to get to that, like hours and hours and hours of walking. The east side is where you're kind of facing right now. Unfortunately, there is the terrain is broken up around there, and it would be hard to advance. So the open, flat, smooth pass is the south, and that's the one that's covered by the Maxim machine gun. Mm-hmm. So basically, it would be hard to charge down the east side with a lot. And the south side, where it would be easy to charge, you would face a machine gun.
So we just put slave force there. All right, remember there's serpentine. What?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
So
No.
bats.
Bat army.
Yeah.
On the
I know
flat
that.
area, because them trying to shoot down a bunch of undead
that's-
bats.
Yeah.
Or Bat Army Go Harry the machine gun.
Well, yeah, that was my
That's what I'm
point.
saying, to provide the
Up
cover,
that clear
so-
path towards the machine gun, so they think that
Send
he's the
them
one
first,
attacking them with all
right.
the bats.
Right.
Yeah.
Or then that clears,
Everything.
the overwatch.
Well, yeah, or we can use that because the cover for it should provide enough.
So,
It's almost as good as beads.
yeah. Here's my move.
Sure.
Theology to convince the priest of the extreme heresy of the men operating the machine gun.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know that. Bat Gods hates Maxims.
Yeah.
He hates machine guns.
It's human technology.
Yeah,
An
no, that type
abomination.
of technology. Yeah.
It's an abomination.
Killing should be personal, not
Exactly.
not like a factory. Yeah,
It should involve foaming at the mouth.
yeah. All right, he will definitely target that.
Okay.
So when the time comes.
Yeah.
If you want to make your time viewing, give me a stability check.
5.
Okay. Lose 1 point of sanity. But that's all you need. You're a little better at it. You're going to lose 1 every time you use it, regardless.
I got 3 more uses, guys.
Until you recover sanity.
Or until I'm dead.
You gain 1 time pool that you can now use to answer questions about how to approach this particular...
How do we kill everyone in the building without getting hurt?
That might be a little broad, Sean.
There are timeline.
Time lights up a sign that says tilt.
Well, here's one reason why you lose the sanity. You realize sending the bats in is going to be real bad for all those prisoners. Regardless, because there's lots of prisoners in the 2nd floor in cages that are,
But the bats were specifically... The priest was told specifically to...
He has an emotional control over them.
Bats are not that
and they're not robots. They can't be programmed that.
Oh, well, what
they're
the
not
hell?
a precision weapon.
Am I the only one that loses sanity if I keep it under my hat?
Well, when as long as they never enter that building and see the results of it.
Well, what floor are the prisoners on?
The 2nd.
We'll just never go to the 2nd floor.
I think that might be hard.
Huston's headquarters are on the 3rd floor.
Can't we get to the 3rd floor without actually setting foot on the 2nd
If you
floor?
climbed over the side of the wall.
It's not a straight stairwell. That's
Is there a
just gonna go.
stairwell
No,
that's
it's
like
a ramp.
turned off?
It's a ramp.
It's a ramp?
Yes.
We can handle
That's
one
actually in the book.
stability
It's
check.
a fucking ramp.
Like, there's,
You think I'm lying? It's not.
We're not going to get through this without any stability
I
check.
think this is Ross being Ross.
Look,
he's gonna
ramp up.
Okay, let's ramp it up.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
It's fine. We'll be fine.
Everybody's fine. Send in the bats.
Son of a bitch.
Wait,
But there are times. It's also the degree. Like there will be if you just have them focus on one area. Well, actually, if you want to get more information, that is your time pool spend. So, but you do know for free that there are innocent civilians in the 2nd floor.
Okay, so
and
that
if you
was
use
free.
a mass weapon on them, there will be damage.
who cares?
Wait, what's this building? Is it like a wooden?
It's a wooden building. Yeah, it's
and
something.
there's windows,
There are windows.
and
yeah.
this is like on a balcony. The machine gun.
It's just placed on the window itself. They built a mount. Actually, in the 2-point firearms, it's not really well mounted on.
Yeah, I got that.
So
are these
there's
windows with glass? Are they open?
They're open. There's no glass.
Okay.
Okay, so where's Huston? That'll be my
Third.
time.
Well, okay. Well, all right. If you want to spend the point, you can get all the information about the 3rd floor.
Everything about Huston and the 3rd floor is what I want.
What you can see, you can't hear anything.
Give me everything.
All right. So the 3rd floor. So that's your spend in the timeline. Let's see here. This is a large room informally divided into sections for living, scientific experiments, and relaxed study. From one wall extends a large firm bed. Not far away is a primitive electric kitchen. There are several long tables and assorted desks and shelves. Hundreds of document cases are heaped again along another wall, along with Great Race tablets and other archival artifacts. The records are too alien for you to decipher without careful study.
Steve Jobs. No.
The desk faces the doorway, which is closed only by heavy drapery. Huston is in there. He has a revolver in his under some of his papers. There's also a lightning gun in plain sight on the desk. There's also a copperish bowl with Aklo runes on it.
I can read Aklo.
Yes.
What's it say?
Well, okay. Actually, do you have any Cthulhu Mythos to spend?
Nope.
You don't recognize those symbols. You guess it would be used for some sort of ritual, though. So there is a handwritten manuscript on his desk drawer, which includes mentions the word January 14th, 1926, and there is also the word mentioned the Mountain of Black Wind. So basically, you take the ramp up. There's a kitchen, and then there's a pile of books and gear, table and desks. So that's the layout. If you want to look at it, only Sean gets to see it because he's the
Pile of books in here.
Yeah.
I can narrate this to everybody later.
Yes. So.
Question.
Yeah.
Would I be able to
The
tell
engineer is often there too.
often there, or is there?
Well, it depends on what timeline. And which, he's commonly there. He accompanies Huston. Huston is not always there. Sometimes he leaves.
So when Huston's there, the engineer's there.
Yes. Kind of sits placidly on.
Would it be possible for me to recount the floor plan exactly to Crazy Bat Priest?
You could.
And have Bill sick half the Bat Force on Huston.
If you tell him where the heretic is, I'm sure he will go.
He'll go for that straight out.
Make sure the engineer's okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my concern. But that's why I was asking if the engineer was always with Huston at all times.
He follows Huston at all times.
I feel like using the bats that way are going to get unpredictable and messy and likely.
Well, using the bats in any way is
Well,
going to be
that's what I'm
unpredictable and
saying.
messy.
But like
But don't rub your
don't-
unpredictable and messy assets up against
the
your
thing that you want to
objective.
protect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It was just a thought.
Yeah.
unfortunately there's no way to just probably
So, yeah, you
differentiate.
gain 2 points. You can use in any struggle facing Huston himself
Sweet.
on the 3rd floor.
Sweet.
Yeah.
If I make it that far.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of
And
time.
if you're not a Raven lunatic,
There's a
by
lot
then.
of there's a lot of
There's a lot of
variables.
death.
There's a lot of variables.
And a lot of blinking lights that say Ross is a horrible monster.
There's also a metal helmet with 3 protruding wires in a corner looking like a dunce cap. You realize that this is the device that he uses to basically wipe people's memories and turn them into brain empty vessels to basically turn them into living zombies. But in a few timelines, you see the unified Yithian explain how to reverse the process. All those zombified miners could be saved,
Neat.
Huh. That would
which
get us some
restores
sanity
stability and sanity.
Yay.
back. Okay.
Yeah.
So, are we ready to die?
In your vision, could you see how many guards there were?
Yes.
Or could he only see the 3rd floor?
He's specified the 3rd floor, so yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
So you have no idea how many.
Guards never come up to the 3rd floor unless they're delivering a message, and then they leave immediately.
Just have the bats swarm the 2nd floor.
Yeah.
Take out the guns.
Just
and the
from
guards.
actually, we're going to give
But
you some trouble check
that's
just from
where all the prisoners are,
surveillance.
though.
Okay, so I will spend 2, and I could possibly add to my trade pool 6. What was
Okay.
the make?
4.
Okay, so I
I have
have
my last one.
2.
I'm
All right.
carrying 3. Yeah.
There are patrols and there are guards, but there are gaps in their defenses. They are running
Okay.
ragged, like they're pushing themselves, trying to find you, jerks.
Weird.
So we can sneak Batman
you
in there and let him off when we need.
Batman probably don't want to. Well, you could. You could try that. That's the thing you could try.
Sick the bats.
Right. I'm saying
You could sneak up there.
Without.
I don't know, try sneaking first because bats are going to bring a lot of attention.
You could use some of your
Well,
newfound
but
fighters.
attention helps with sneak if the attention is off of us.
ish. Yeah. In ways.
You could also have your people. Some people cause a distraction somewhere else to give you a bonus to yourself.
True, you're right. That will draw them away.
We have a lot of things to distract.
Yeah.
One being a distraction away from where we're actually going to be.
Well, but swarm of undead bats is
In which case, bats from the south to cover the machine gun and the obvious approach. Someone else take the slaves, go spearhead from the east. Probably not the west because it would take so long.
Yeah.
Are there doors on all sides?
All right. I'll go with the slaves.
North, south, and east. I believe there wasn't a west,
Well,
or
what's
there
that
wasn't
next
a
to the
north.
wall?
there's not a door
blocked
because
out
it's up against the
from the
wall.
Yeah, I
So
remembered east and south. I couldn't remember which the other one was.
there's no Glinda.
Right.
Okay, so I'll take the slaves and go around the other way because I spent a lot of points on them.
Yeah, there are
Okay.
exits on all sides. The primary ramp is on the south side, by the way.
All right.
So yeah,
I'm gonna sock puppet Sean here. When's the next gap in the guard change out?
I mean, you could. There's always.
It's
a
at
gap.
time.
Yeah.
So we know what time it is.
Yeah,
so we
okay.
can
We just-
synchronize our watches.
Yeah, there are gaps. They
Synchronize your eyeballs.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can guess there's probably between 10 and 20 guards at any given time.
Undead bats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if we wanted to try to, keep down the mortality
I
rate
mean,
on
you
that,
could try to sneak in and
could-
steal supplies too.
yeah, we could rub the theology on it and say, it's the only people who appear at the window.
You could try that against Ross.
I mean,
Ross,
yeah,
will that
that's
work?
Yeah.
what I'm telling him is, there are
All right.
innocent people who might be converts.
Okay.
Don't kill the converts.
But they were unworthy.
There are unknown alkalites.
We can make them
I
work.
escaped. Why couldn't they escape? They were so weak.
That's why you're the chosen one, and you were
bring
chosen
them-
to keep that vigil.
to bring them back.
Do you have anything else you can reassurance or theology or something?
I have 2 points of reassurance I can throw at that.
All right, you can throw up your point of reassurance. He'll buy that.
I have the eye. Listen to the man.
All right, he will.
You're meant to be their leader.
Yeah. All right, you keep propping.
That's
that
why you were
House
chosen.
of Cards up.
Yeah. That can't possibly fall in horrible ways.
No.
Okay.
That's what the super was for.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm
you're
going to
saying-
tell the slaves that are with me to
Yeah.
focus on the first floor and freeing the prisoners on the second floor.
Okay.
So that's their
Okay.
directive.
They're ready to fight. They are. Yeah. Which way are you having come from? The east, which is slower, or the south, which is faster, but machine gun?
No, we're coming from the east.
Okay, so
we'll-
everyone's going around the east.
Well, me and the slaves.
Okay. So you're leading them.
I'm leading the slaves,
Okay,
and
you're
we're coming from
Spartacus.
the east.
I figure Bill and I need to stay with Crazy Priest Man because
Yeah.
I have eye and
Well-
Bill has talk.
Yeah.
So
Essentially-
once we're in position, then we can say go.
Then we go with the slaves.
I think
That's,
Marlo should go
we
with the
need
saves.
to send at least one person. Beyond that, it's just,
Who wants to
Yeah.
go where? Yeah.
I would say send the badass.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Margot's coming with me.
Like,
Because if they die, that's stability checks.
right. Well,
She and I tend to be the most stable around here.
but even that, it's just like
The most survivable.
the
really.
people with the slaves are more likely to get into a protracted kind of thing where, like, essentially we're double distracting and then trying to sneak in under cover of bats.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
send the ones that are harder to kill.
Exactly. I concur.
Okay.
So you were saying something about supplies, Ross? What occurs to us?
Well, you know Huston's room isn't the supply room. The second floor sounds like it's where the prisoners are kept. So that would leave the first floor to be where the supplies are, and they do have weapons.
So we can arm up along the way if we want to.
Yes.
We already have light.
Okay, cool.
guns.
Yeah.
You have
Well, but
lightning
the
guns.
No, I'm going to the.
Yeah, you're.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
so I'll tell
on
the
Team
slaves that
Hutchinson.
look for the extra weapons when we get to the
Okay.
first floor.
All right. They
Kill
will.
who you
They
can.
will loot the first floor.
All right. Do we have
Unleash
anything
hell.
else we feel? All right.
And Margaret said go.
So wait, what is our?
1, 3, or after
Are
3?
we ultimately all converging on the third floor?
ultimately,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
army
Just
of
wanna make
bats,
sure we
army
get
of
this straight.
slaves,
So you can
and
bring
then
that. So
two
once we.
crazies and an errand.
Yeah, because really, ideally, once the Maxim's out and we have at least possibly the second floor, you can bring the slaves back, arm up, and then
Right.
create a perimeter.
I mean,
Do you have architecture, by the way?
I do.
Okay, but you don't. Okay.
He's the one with the vision.
What do his elf eyes tell me?
You don't know. You can't see into the third floor yet.
Ask me architectural questions, Bill.
He has to make this bit. Are you? All right. You can. Do you have any left to spend?
Yes.
All right. You can spend one.
Okay.
Does he take a hit for it?
No.
The third floor is perfectly Euclidean.
You describe it in great detail, and you realize for you to go back and look along the north wall, the one that the side that's facing the wall of the
Catacomb.
yeah the ruins. So you do so, and it looks like there's a table there, but it looks like the table is regularly slid out from the wall.
Secret chamber. Put the candle back.
So, all right. So yeah.
Okay. So, well, I will talk to the historian. Is this a thing she knows about?
Well, again, I don't know. I know what is north of this location.
Please expound. Bask us in your wisdom.
Advanced research, testing of new technologies, possibly dangerous ones.
Great.
Go on.
Arton P.
I'm not the engineer. I wouldn't know what they are.
Ah, good point. So you're not aware of any passage from the north to this
There
place?
should be passage. There should be a whole avenue there. Many rocks have fallen, but about blocked away. So
Can we go that way?
no, it's along the wall. It's along the wall, unless he tunneled through it.
Which is quite likely.
Yeah.
How could we get to that northern location? Do you
I-
know of a way?
We'd have to spend some time searching along these walls, quite a few days. I would imagine. Look at there's there's been so much collapse along this area.
But not from this room. Is there some other route that you know of?
No, there shouldn't be any rock along this entire wall.
So the only passage to the chamber north of here that you know of comes from this room.
It looks like.
Okay, thank you.
Does Crazy Bat Guy have his echolocation powers yet?
You ask him. Are you asking him? I assume.
Sure.
Excuse me, crazy
Don't call him
guy.
crazy bad guy.
Yeah. How are you phrasing this?
Priest. Call him priest.
Priest.
How are you phrasing this?
Priest of the blind
Yeah,
prophets.
oh, great. Priest of the Bats. Have you been blessed with your new vision?
Sight beyond sight.
No. Sight with sound. No. I believe I must face this tribulation. I must pass through a trial by fire
yes.
first to
right,
prove
we'll
myself
ask you later.
worthy of the great Lord that we all serve, the crawling chaos. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Who is the Father of Bats?
Why does
Look
my
how-
head hurt?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so that's fun. Anyone else see any other outstanding details before we get the show on the road?
Nope.
Okay.
So it's fine.
On 3 or after
Oh, wait.
3?
Did I see any sort of when I saw the engineer, was there any sort of device that was entrapping them that we're gonna have
The
to
control
break through?
statues are.
No. Looks like he doesn't have any free will. I mean, it's like he's just
Pure
tell him
logic.
to do what he does. And he doesn't.
So they
He
don't
is
have
right
to
back.
imprison him in any way.
No.
Right.
Sweet. Okay,
No
that's it.
feels.
He
That
could
was
probably
the-
hurt us then, couldn't he?
Only if he
Well,
wants to.
but with his people, with his other two, he'll be okay. Go take care of him.
Unless he's not.
That didn't matter.
We'll deal with that later.
Well,
We're all gonna die
If we get
anyway.
up there and if Hutchinson tries to set him on us, we can let him know we have your other parts. Okay.
Right.
Can I come back as
Not matter.
crazy bat priest if I die? No.
All right, so
With
your
that
sanity of
provocation.
1. All right. Your character will last a long time.
Congratulations, you just achieved echolocation. Hand in your character.
Pretty much.
It'd be really cool for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that
All right.
one scene.
I'm ready.
Any
All
other
right.
leftovers?
Nope,
Think
let's
they're
do
everything.
it.
Ready?
All right, so we'll do this from right to left. So, Melissa,
Yes.
Sulon is leading the
The slave charge.
the former slaves. They aren't
Cannot
slaves
take your
anymore.
freedom.
Right.
The freemen.
Freed slaves.
So you're going along the east side, which is broken up, heavy terrain. So you're.
Sorry.
I assume you're using stealth to, jump from shadow to shadow, leading the way. So the slaves can contribute 1 point to you for their stealth check because there's a lot of them.
Margot is also with
Yes.
me.
Okay, so you get 1 point for free from them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will also contribute 1 point
I'm
because
also
that's all I
going to
have
contribute
left.
a point.
So we've got
Okay.
3 total added to. We have 8.
All right, you actually you get up to about with that check you can get to within 5 feet of it, and before you can get inside. So you could either tell them to. Well, I guess you're waiting for everyone else to act. So that was your action.
Yeah. We'll go when they go.
You can actually see, though, there is a door on the east, but the door itself, there are crates stacked up along the door. It looks like they built the door, but then they decided to push a lot of boxes in front of it.
In front of it on our side or
On
their
the east side, yeah. So
I
yeah.
can see the crates.
Yes, you can see the crates. So you'd have to push the crates out of the way or wiggle around them. They're not.
That's fine. I got a bunch
It
of.
looks like they bring cargo in from the south, so they just push things along the east and west wall. So next up, Bill.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Well, they're sneaking up.
Cry havoc and let slip the bats of war.
Okay. So give me. What are you telling the priest?
The time has come. Strike true for our Lord.
All right.
The time has come to talk of many things, specifically unleashing the army on wings.
Yes.
Wow. All right.
Death on leather wings.
Yeah. All right. I like Sean's most. So he does that. There is a flood of bats through the air. They're close enough that they seem a single mass. They are.
Instead, I'm inserting the 90s animated Batman theme
Yes.
song.
Those of you who see that, give me a stability check.
Bats,
I don't
bats,
see it.
bats, bats, bats.
Yeah.
4!
Fine.
You're fine?
Yep.
It's not the craziest thing we've seen.
Honestly,
today.
yeah, it's been.
We knew there was
I have crazy eye.
The cultists are like, what? And then first they're like, it's a sign, and then they start
It
screaming.
is. It's just not a good one.
Yeah, the Maxim goes off. The gunfire is heard. It's just a crazy time all around. Sirens in the distance.
And death was had by all.
So the bad
Final,
priest
right?
is
Going out of
screaming and
business.
drawing a lot of attention to himself. Yeah!
Come, we must hurry. We
Okay.
Start running for the building.
All right, athletics.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
Running along.
spending 3. I will get a 4.
Okay.
I will spend 2 and get a 4.
All right, Aaron. As if you're running along the sound.
Are
Yep.
you spending?
Just the one athletics I have left.
Okay.
And get a 2.
Okay.
What was the thing about rolling with the left hand?
Fine.
Well, I don't
Too
think
late.
you
That
can
was a
re-roll
6.
this.
Yeah, you should always
Ross, you
roll
want
with
me
the
to
left
give me
hand.
a roll?
All right. So, unfortunately, Aaron, the Maxim gun is firing wildly, but one of those bullets ricochets off the ground and hits you. So, you take 3 points of damage
Damn.
as you're cut.
It takes me under 4. I'm still okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're-
sorry, down to. So, I'm okay.
So you three cross the wall. So Sulan and Margot, you can make an athletics check to push the boxes out of the way quickly.
I'm gonna add 2 to that.
Did the slave
Is
add
it a
any?
group?
The slaves are right behind them. So
Yeah,
Well, but I mean, is it a
there's
group
only
check
2 people can fit through the doorway at a time. So the what?
to move the boxes?
Yes,
Yeah.
you two can work together to add.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you a point.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are adding 3, and we're getting 5.
All right, so you push the boxes out of the way, clearing a path. There's a lot of stuff in here. The first floor, but there you can see that there is a. Aside from many crates of material, looks like mostly some of them been open, revealing mining equipment. There are also some men covered in dust and that appear to be sleeping. They drowsily get up and look blankly at you, and otherwise do nothing. Okay.
They might be mind controlled people.
Well,
There are
Seriously, you
two
should do this.
cultists in there, and you two can also see that there is a small locker not far away that is locked with a thick padlock. But there are 2 cultists there. You could either go to the ramp and go up to the second floor, or bypassing them, or you could try, if you want to get to the locker, you would have to fight your way to the cultists. The slaves are pouring in behind you, and they're all looking for weapons first.
yes.
So they are not
I'm
helping
screaming,
you.
arm yourselves.
Yeah.
And I will use the lightning gun and go after the 2 cultists.
Okay, so
Bring out the heavy machinery.
Margot, what is Margot doing?
Cross the streams.
I was gonna go to the locker. Is there anything heavy to break the lock? Or is it pretty
There's pickaxes and stuff. Yeah, there's heavy things you could break it.
Locksmith.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, locksmith.
Yeah.
Just shoot.
Locksmith
Oh,
would
I
be a
do
good
too.
thing to deal with locks.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll go do the lock and use my locksmith.
Yeah.
I thought since it needed a key that I couldn't get away with using.
No, that's
Well,
what
that's
it's
the point
for.
of log.
At this point, it's like the butt of
That
the
is
gun.
what it's for.
When
so,
do you not have keys?
now the rules I said for lightning guns.
32 points, you spend 1.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
have to spend 1 point to buy in.
yeah.
And you spend, like, that gives you a +1 to the roll, and it's 1 for 1
Yeah, yeah.
beyond that.
But you can't use firearms or weapons. So yeah,
Right.
because it's a 32-point pool, you go first. Because hey, lightning gun.
Right,
Advantages
right,
of
so-
alien technology.
So I'm going to
It was-
spend
you said
3
+3
for my.
Yeah, yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 3
Okay.
on my first shot at cultist number 1, so I get a 9.
Crit.
Yes, it is a crit. Roll 2d6 plus 6.
1 is 2, and then another 2,
10.
so 10.
10 kills, 1 cultist.
He vaporizes.
He is electrocuted. And your comrades are fine with it. They rolled a 5 in their collective stability check. So, some of them have killed men before, but not with electrocution. There's 1 cultist left. Margot, are you going to attack?
What?
Are you going to attack the cultist guarding the locker, or are you going to move on?
Yes.
All right.
I also have a
have a
lightning
lightning
gun.
gun.
I'll use my lightning gun.
All right. How many points are you going to spend?
I'll spend 2.
Okay.
So I have 3.
You needed a 4, so it actually goes wide. It scorches a wooden board behind you. This cultist does have a handgun, so he will fire at one of the ringleaders of this rebellion.
The one that just
Whoever do you
vaporized
think
Yes.
his friend.
And he will spin 3 because, oh my god, that was scary.
Yeah. Really not surprised.
Was it
Oh,
8?
Dang it.
So
You bud?
Sorry.
he will roll a d6 of damage, and we'll get 3.
Okay.
So you take 3 points as you are shot in the shoulder. Quite
To
heroically.
blame.
So, the
Peace.
oh yeah.
Oh.
Bees?
Bees!
Don't have the
You don't like the bees.
He doesn't.
It's okay.
So, meanwhile, team run outside. You manage to get to the foot of the ramp on the first floor. You can hear the sounds of fighting going on inside.
What's
Electrocution.
happening
gotcha.
on the second floor with the bat army?
You look up. There is a swarm of bats. They are actually in the ramp or around the ramp, and the Maxim gun is still going off. There are screaming and shouting. There's a tremendous amount of screaming and shouting. It looks like men, women, everyone. It's just a cacophony. And plus with the Maxim machine gun, you can't really hear anything else.
Right.
So that's
So-
all really you can see from here.
Just
You can climb.
Looking
You can
into
run the
the-
ramp up to the third
Yeah.
floor.
Moving on up.
to keep in mind, we're dragging the priest along with us.
Yes. Okay. So are you going straight to the third floor, or are you going to?
Should we keep somebody
Let's
down?
Let's release the prisoners first.
Are we sure the guards are dead, though? We
On
wait
the
until the
second
guards
floor?
are dead.
Okay, you can just spin the town, waiting until the Maxim stops firing.
What are they going to do? Spin it around and start firing it in the building?
Possibly.
The bats are focused on the window, so there are some mini bats that are still in front of the Maxim, so they could still be trying to shoot those bats. Well, they are.
And
They're
there's a
definitely
distraction.
shooting
I
those.
feel like that's a pretty solid
All
distraction.
right, and then
Well,
we release
if
the
you would-
prisoners, and that can be a distraction.
Yeah, so if you want to get the prisoners, I can go down.
Well,
and I have locksmiths,
this
so
is
I can-
action you can't really plan it at this point. So,
Right.
Bill, what are you doing?
Okay, just,
also can't
just to
hear each
clarify,
other at
because
this
I'm a
point.
little
Yeah.
fuzzed here. We are seeing the second floor right now.
You're at the bottom floor. You just got to the. You're at.
Okay.
You
Then-
ran up in front, and you're at the first story.
Okay, I'm going up to the second floor.
Okay. What about you?
I will stick to the first floor. Look for weapons if there's locked crates.
Okay, so you go in and enter, and you see so you'll join the combat. So that's what you do, Sean.
Second floor.
All right, so the two of you going up to the second floor. Give me athletics or fleeing checks.
I will spend
That's interesting.
2 to get 3.
Okay.
Also spin 2. To get 3. Bummer.
All right, difficulty was a 4. You take 1 point of damage each as bats bite you. Undead bats, that is, because they aren't very specific.
Zombie
You also
rabies.
yeah.
Yeah, it's probably died out by now.
So, but you rush into it. They swarm on you, bounce off of you. You crush some underfoot. The bat priest is immune. They do not touch him. But there is a Maxim gun that you have to run in front of, or you could
Wait.
duck under. It's at the window. Yeah. And the ramp is outside of that. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
No idea how this layout is working.
Yeah, sorry.
Makes 0 sense.
Non-Euclidean cultist.
Yeah.
So, I actually moved the side of the ramp. So you could easily get around the Maxim though, either way, because they're shooting at the bats and they aren't really focused on you. Looks like there's a handful of guards in the room though that are fighting the bats, and there are a lot of innocent civilians in cages that you can see in there the cages are locked.
I'm going to pick off the guard nearest to me.
Okay, you can make your attack.
3 points.
What do you
8
use?
lightning gun.
Oh, lightning gun. Yeah.
So we each have a 32-point pool?
Yes.
Wow.
It is
I like this.
non-rechargeable though.
6 damage.
6 damage. He's already wounded from the bats, so he goes down.
Okay.
Quite a few bats go down as well because hey,
Collateral.
you roll.
Bug
twice.
zapper.
Yeah.
I will do the same thing.
Okay. How many points are you spending?
3.
All right.
I'll just do that as that. Okay. For a 4.
Okay. Roll a d6 again.
1.
This particular cultist was near a metal cage. Yeah. So, go ahead and roll damage.
Roll a 1 again.
3.
6. So 6 damage are inflicted to that guard, that will kill him, but it will also be inflicted on everyone in that cage. People, yeah. Anyways,
So what's the penalty, Ross?
give me a stability check.
6.
Okay.
Fuck them.
Do I for
Yeah.
being in the proximity? To this,
yeah,
or
no,
is it too
yeah.
chaotic to.
No, you can hear
It's
this.
worth a shot.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right, 2 stability.
Well, that's horrifying.
It's not you didn't do it, so.
But I get no shits.
You say that as though it's news.
Yeah. So that's fewer captives to release.
I am fine.
Yeah, well, you're just not thinking about it right now. The nightmares will come later. If there is a
Whatevs.
later.
The nightmares are already here.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
called me.
Swear.
All right, so that's your round. Back to round 4. Aaron enters the fray. So, what are you doing? Or what are you going to use the lightning gun?
One poor cultist
Yeah.
left down there.
Yes, I'll go ahead and target another one with my lightning gun.
Okay, so you're using the lightning gun.
Yes.
All
Bear in
right,
mind
you can
there
make
are
a roll.
24 slaves.
How many points are you going to spend?
Spending 1, we'll spend 5 to go ahead and...
Okay.
Damn!
Go ahead, roll.
Just making sure that he doesn't miss.
Yeah, that would have
Not a
been
bad
smart.
idea.
So given my rolling, how I'm rolling
Right.
today. Doesn't matter, that's 10.
Okay, that totally hits him.
That's a
I'll
crit.
just say, he's dead.
Vaporizes.
No, there's a lot of...
Yeah, it's really more of a
Charcoal.
standard
Okay,
type of thing.
Alright.
You ever seen a chicken explode?
Yeah. I'm just going to say from now on, every time somebody rolls
No.
a 1 on an attack roll with a lightning gun, regardless of how many points you spend, there will be interesting results. So,
That's fair.
yeah.
That's fun.
Now you're back to normal.
Well, now you realize what's going on. No, you're using the technology without really understanding it.
Do I need to make a stability check for that? Or?
Wait a second.
Yeah, sure.
Does that apply to me? I spent the electrical
5,
requirements to know how to safely activate it.
Wait a second.
It's shooting it in combat will trigger
Okay,
because,
fine.
it's shooting it. Like, there's
Yeah.
the electricity arcs. Yeah.
Fair
So,
enough.
I got a 5. That was awesome!
All right.
I figured it was worth the ask.
All right. So you guys, combat's over. The 2 cultists are gone. You could hear.
Wait, first floor, the 2 cultists.
Yeah,
Okay, because we killed 2 cultists on the second
Right.
floor, too. So
Yeah.
There were more.
we were making it difficult for you.
Fair enough. So
The trunk.
you can tell that there will be more guards coming in soon. So you can try and look out for them and shoot at them. Or you can loot, or you can try and deal with the padlock.
No idea what
I'll run over and I'll spend my point of locksmith to open the trunk.
Okay. You can get it open fairly quickly. And you're really glad nobody rolled a 1 on an attack roll on this, on that, and hit that
It's full
padlock.
of nitroglycerin.
It's full of dynamite.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Dynamite!
Yeah.
Okay.
Dynamite and gasoline.
Really?
Which is
Actually, there-
combustible if not under pressure.
So yes, there are 48 sticks of dynamite with fuses,
Although-
blasting caps, and the manufacturer's manual. How to use dynamite.
We know how to use that.
And,
By Nobel.
yeah. So that's what you find. What is Margot doing?
I'm assigning some of the people to guard the windows
Okay.
and the door.
Hand out sticks of dynamite.
And wait, is there still a cultist?
No, not on
No,
this floor.
Aaron.
They're on the second floor.
Oh, okay.
There are bits of cultists. They kind of got everywhere.
Exploded chicken.
Is there anything useful that I can see on a quick survey into this room?
You'd have to make a spend. Do you have any skills that let me figure something like that out quickly?
Evidence collection?
Evidence collection would work.
Yes.
All right. With the point of evidence collection, you can quickly dismiss the crates that you can tell are used for mining equipment. There is a crate that is more recently built that they have more care for. You can, let's see here. So there's one crate that's different that's locked up. It looks like they were getting it ready to ship it out. Not things that they were receiving, but one that they were trying to get out. So that one looks interesting, but it's nailed shut. So
There's no crowbars in the mining.
there are crowbars. That'd be your next action. That would be your next action to do.
Good
that.
thinking.
Let's see here. What else? Yeah. So.
We did nothing to make sure Huston was actually here right now.
I thought we did. With the eye.
I never heard those words.
He would only. With the time point spent, you realize he only leaves when there's a cultist ceremony going on.
Okay.
So.
Why would we be here if he wasn't here with the engineer?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
tunnel?
Huh?
The tunnel?
We observed that a tunnel existed.
Hidden from his room.
Anyway,
Don't get
the
outside
point
this.
is made.
Yeah. He isn't like going. Yeah, he would be. He didn't leave to go somewhere else.
Right.
That from an exit you could
Okay.
observe.
Right.
Yeah. So that's for that one round. Next round, there's 2 cultists left up there. Let's see here. First off, everyone needs on the second floor needs to give me a athletics or fleeing check to deal with bat swarm.
2.
That's where.
They actually do okay.
8. I crit.
All right, you don't take any damage.
7.
You don't take any damage either.
All right. Remaining cultist number 1.
Kablooey.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 points. 5.
All right, that will hit.
Oh.
9.
That will kill him. Good job.
Dead cultist.
Is there anybody left?
There's
to
one
shoot?
left.
I will spend 4 on my lightning gun for a 5. It hits.
1. I roll another d6. Give me another stability check.
4.
All right, give me nothing. Well, the stability. Actually, at this point,
He
you
just
can
saw this happen.
Yeah. You go ahead and roll damage.
5.
8.
You kill another cultist, and you fry another cage worth of innocent civilians.
John. What's the matter with
Columbo
you?
fried innocence.
I told you before, this is not a kissing book.
11 secret herbs and unguents.
Yeah. So
They're not dead. They're just mostly dead.
there are 4 cages left of innocent civilians. No, 5 cages.
So,
They're now
at
really
this
afraid
point,
of
are there
Sean.
still guys on the Maxim?
No.
Or, okay,
Now
we
you
took them
just
out?
yeah, we
Cool.
took them out.
For God's sakes, don't help us.
We've still got the Bat Priest with us.
Yes. Cackling.
Yeah. All right.
Good job there, Chuck.
Your bats have destroyed the heretics. You should stand aside now and wait. Well, no, you should come with us.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Yes.
But your friends, the danger has passed.
No, it is
Back
not.
to the caves.
I think I'm developing the sight without sound, the sight with seeing. He starts babbling. There, you can hear the wind.
The wind monster?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Holy battle! It is another heretic. Death to the heretic.
Yes, kill it.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
6 of the bats on the wind.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
They're
Here,
about
give
on
me
the
your
wind.
weapon. I need it to help them.
No, you're fine.
No, give it to
bats.
me. Yeah, I need it.
all we are is decay on the wind.
Fine then. Since I have the cherry for hypnosis, which
Yeah.
means I can put unwilling subjects under a trance,
Okay.
I will spend 4.
Okay.
Sleep
All right.
for a 7.
Okay. And now sleep. He sort of slumps over.
Okay.
But
The bats start scattering.
Yeah, that's fine.
The wind starts
We
picking
just
up.
don't want
They're
them
gonna
to
know about it soon enough, and she's the one with the special anti-wind weapon. This is not her thing.
So
I am?
The bow.
All the lightning
bow
guns
can-
could work against
Anyways,
But the
so the
bow
wind is
is
picking
really
up.
okay. Third floor. There's
All right,
an
so
escape.
that's
We
your
need to
second
get
round.
out of here.
We're moving on up.
Yeah.
Okay, well that was the second
Next
round.
time,
All right. So back down on ground floor.
They will
your
also hear the
rebels are picking up weapons. They found mostly melee weapons, pickaxes and the like, but a couple of guns have been produced. You also one of them you point out the crate. needs to be opened up. Someone does produce a crowbar, pops it open. There's 3 more lightning guns in it.
Excellent.
There you go, buddy.
So
Who's good with a gun?
I am.
Can I hold 2?
They're rifles. They are rifle guns.
Ross, you're asking.
Now, Ross, if anybody could hold 2, it's Margot and Sulon.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they were not designed for human hands, so you do need.
Okay,
takes both
can I
hands
like
to-
tuck one somewhere so that I have a spare?
You sure could.
I am going to lash one to my body.
So
Okay.
Can
I
she
have
have
a spare.
64 points total then? And so can Margot.
Swap the batteries.
You cannot swap the batteries.
I'll just swap
Well, you
guns.
just swap
Yeah,
it.
like
drop and go.
iPhones. They're
Oh, yeah,
built
all
in.
3 of us can take one just as an extra and go up. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not carrying
Or you
two.
could get multiple. You could, arm the NPCs and get multiple shots on the wind that you hear picking up.
I can also hand one off to them when that happens. I just would like
That
to
doesn't
keep
take
it.
time.
It doesn't. Here, like that does not take long.
Okay.
That is not an
Yeah,
action.
So
I can
you're
be shooting.
So
and
you're
handing
taking
at
an
the same
extra
time.
one.
Yeah.
You're
No,
each
it
taking
takes
an
both
extra.
hands to shoot.
Yeah, it takes both hands.
Yeah,
You can carry an extra one, but you can't. You can carry both of them like spears, but you can't shoot either one.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Craft. Is there any clothing or scraps around?
Sure.
Craft, spending a point of craft, slings for all of them. So we can throw them around our shoulders.
Okay, yeah, no, you can do that. All right, so that's what he does.
Because it's definitely better to have to spend around arming and instructing your potential other shooters to take down the horrifying beast, rather than starting by opening up with all of you firing.
All right, it's their choice.
I still think that Margot should be able to double fist.
So that's what you do, and that's what you do.
The
Margot,
four
are you
hands
doing
is a hard
anything?
thing.
She could probably shoot one.
You
with
do
her
hear the wind picking up.
I hear the
We need to run upstairs, like as soon as possible.
Yeah, so this was being around.
So you're just waiting for them to give you the sling so you can go up, I guess. You can give the other rebels instructions or something if you want to.
Okay.
Pep talk.
Instructions.
Okay.
We can do it.
What are your instructions?
The ventilation shaft is here. No.
Well, so do we know what direction the wind's coming from?
Probably from the south.
Okay. So I'm wondering if they should just all come with us.
You could, if that's what you instruct. You said, "Follow us. Once you've armed yourself, up to freedom."
Yeah, I
All
don't
right.
want to leave them alone.
Fair
Let them
enough.
Do
just-
any of them take any of the dynamite?
Oh yeah, the dynamite. What are you doing with that? Yeah, they would love to take the dynamite.
They would love to, meaning if I tell them not to, they won't.
If you tell them not to take it, they won't take it. But otherwise, it will disappear.
It
Well,
could
it
disappear.
could come in handy
Yeah.
if we're going.
We'll let them have it. It's fine.
Okay,
Not gonna
48
say
sticks disappear. I'm
Two each!
yeah.
Well, can actual
Can I grab
PCs
some
have some of
dynamite?
them?
They're focused on lightning guns. They're each carrying 2 lightning
Yeah, I
guns.
don't want any dynamite.
Yeah.
I'm fine with 2 lightning guns. I don't want dynamite on me.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Alien weapons is totally safe.
Yep.
You head up. Meanwhile, on the second floor,
We head up to the third floor.
you head up to the third floor. Are you just leaving the priest on the ramp to the second floor? There's also the wailing of the people. Free us! Free us!
We put the priest in one of the cages with the dead
You
people.
can't open it.
Really?
Nope.
And they're probably kind of fused.
You're actually
to it
looking.
at
Do
this
either of
point.
you have locksmithing?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. It doesn't look
I
like any
do.
kind of lock that you've seen before.
Okay. I assume things are quiet enough, or quieter enough that we can actually speak a little bit now.
You can sort of yell at each other, yeah.
You've seen the place. Go on up. I'm bringing this guy.
So you're carrying them over your shoulders.
Yes.
All right. Fair enough. So the two of you start heading
I have a
up.
contingency.
Moving on up.
You're a little slower for that. Leaving the abandoned people to their fate. So when you get to the third floor, there's no one there.
Shocker.
But there is the manuscript there. There are the other things.
There's also the hat.
Yes, the mind control element.
Okay, priest under the hat.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. No, that's
All right.
Yeah.
this can only benefit
Totally
us.
legit.
He's
Okay.
I'm doing
way
this
too
on this one.
dangerous.
No, I understand. It's just.
All right. So at the end of small triangular pads, which are placed on the head of the victim, touching particular areas of the scalp. All right. Yeah.
So
you
since
have.
he's still under hypnosis,
Yeah.
as I blank his, or more or less blank his brain,
Yeah.
can I leave a suggestion?
Okay.
He worships no-dens.
Worship Nodens. Okay. You need to give me an electrical repair. I mean, you're.
I got that.
Do you have any points left?
I do.
Okay.
I'll spin 3.
Okay. You really
Oh, you have a lot of it.
8.
Okay.
His mind tries to rip
One
itself apart.
flew over the flying polyp's nest, apparently. As you shock him, it will be a while for him to recover. But the bats sort of scatter. So they just.
But yeah, I'm leaving that as the post-hypnotic suggestion.
Okay. Well, if he survives, we'll see how that plays out. The wind is much stronger, but you can see that the table has actually been pushed out because after he left, he couldn't pull the table back in. So you can start searching the wall, and you can figure out. You can either blast through it or just try to
Question:
figure out.
if I've seen into the future, don't I just know how to activate the wall?
You didn't see him actually use it in any of the immediate futures that you looked into.
Did you not scan the past?
Well, there's a lot of past to get through. He's been here over a year.
Well, if I've scanned the future, though, he just used it.
All right, fair enough. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if he's not in the room and the table is pushed out, he just used it, Ross.
All right, fair enough. You know that, so you can open it up. Actually, no, because he used a small sort of triangular thing that was on a necklace that he pushed into a small thing, and the wall and a magnetic lock released itself.
So he had a key.
Yes, but
magnetism, you say?
Yes.
So I can find the mechanism?
Yes, you can find the mechanism.
And I have the hat.
Yes.
Mechanical repair, change it into an electromagnet, and, make it, and give it a kick.
All right, so that will take you some time to do.
I have the mechanical repair cherry, which means once per session, something doesn't take time.
All right.
Is that really the cherry?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called Give It a Kick. It's like if the plane is dive bombing,
Yeah, I got it.
It works.
All right, so give me a roll. How many are you spending?
I'll spend 3.
All right. As you dive your way.
7.
Okay, so by the time you 3 get up here to the 3rd floor, I assume that's where, as the 3 of you are going up, you can see the 2nd floor. There are 7 cages there, 2 of which are filled with horribly burnt, electrocuted people,
and 5 of which aren't.
5 of which are filled with screaming, "Please free us!"
You should do that.
There's regular and extra crispy.
Looking through,
So first off, you 3 give me stability checks. That were.
No.
All right, 2 more stability.
-1.
Yeah, no, you're
shaken. Yay!
But can I go ahead and spend a point of locksmith
No,
to...
you can't. You're shaken. You can't spend investigative points.
You're freaked out. There are dead people. Their eyes have exploded.
You were told to roll with the left hand.
You can.
You could. You look at it. You realize it's a magnetic lock.
Hooray!
It's okay. I made a thing.
You made a thing.
Yeah, I heard that.
If somebody wants to stay behind for that, they can totally get on that.
Yeah, sure. You could. If somebody wants to stay behind, yeah, sure. I'll allow that.
Or you know what else? There's 2 parts of magnetism. The first part is electro. Just saying.
Yeah, shoot it with the lightning gun.
That's how they got killed in the first place.
No, we hit the cage, not the lock. It's not like they're touching.
Bullshit!
Everyone jump! Don't touch the cage.
Is everybody wearing rubber soles? Okay. Stand in the corner.
I'm sorry. I will freely admit that was completely bullshit. I know you all knew that, but I needed to say it.
Wow.
That was my confession.
All right.
Continuing.
Just pull the trigger a little bit. Just let it trickle out.
Lightning doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it is. Let out a low amperage blast.
Okay, alright, so I make an announcement to all the slaves in cages.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
After these messages.
Are you going to be the one who's wiring resistors?
We can't get you
up
out,
to
but
the
I think we do
lightning
away.
gun?
We'll be back.
I pop into the room and
But
say,
I have
what's
the remains
taking
of
you
the
guys
guy.
so long? What happens if I pop my hand in the room and say, what's taking you guys so long?
They probably didn't see exactly who shot the lightning gun because of all the bats and the screaming, and
Right.
most of them were cowering, trying.
What with the bats and the screaming?
Do you have reassurance or anything you want to spend?
I do.
Well, you're not there. You're,
But I'm popping.
All I have at this point is intimidation and bargain, which I'm not really sure. A flattery?
All right.
You guys look lovely. I don't know. I got nothing.
This electricity does lovely things for your hair.
Yeah.
all right, so you
Fill
leave
us
them
up
to
for
their fate.
Halloween.
Yeah.
The kids.
So everyone catches back up. You're in his Huston's room, his headquarters. You can see his manuscript. You can see the title of it, Gods of Reality. Appears to be his journal. You could read the beginning of it while...
Or we could just burn it on that big pile of books.
Probably don't want to do that because it will
I'm
have
not
his
in favor of that
instructions
idea.
for what he's planning to do.
Can we take it with us?
You sure could. Who's taking it?
Anybody want to
In for a
carry
penny,
a
in for a
thing?
pound, fine. Just
All right,
Give it to
Aaron's
Olivia.
carrying it.
Yeah.
Sure, let the crazy guy carry it.
Yeah, no,
the
exactly.
crazy lady.
Crazy lady.
You
thinks
okay? What's
he's
your
a lady,
sanity at
he's a
right now?
crazy
guy.
What is your sanity at?
Mine is at 3.
Okay, I'm only at 4. I was going to say.
All
I'm
right.
getting there.
Getting there, yeah. It's fine.
My stability is higher than yours, though.
Fine.
Yeah. All right. So Bill pops open the door with his.
I thought he was going to pop open a cold one or something.
With his MacGyver magnetism trick, and it leads into a tunnel. It looks like it's been.
Who's leading the way?
Yeah.
Wait, can we send one of our minions to go see?
Minions.
I don't say that to their face, of course.
They're small, yellow, wearing overalls, and have glasses.
I'll give the master of unlocking
Yeah.
to one of the slaves and
Okay.
say, go
You explain it to him.
Yeah.
Release
Spend
the
a minute
others.
to explain it.
release the hounds.
All right, so they'll try and free their other slaves. They're eager,
Don't look in the other 2 cages.
but they're in
already
plain
saw
sight. Yeah,
I think they're open.
they
Piles
don't
of
know that
bodies
you
are
did
hard
it.
to hide.
Excuse me.
Until you start talking about it. Brag more.
Are Yithian
Yeah.
component A and Yithian component C with us?
The historian and the child are both with you. Yes,
Do we want the freed slaves to come with us when they...
the tunnel is narrower. Only 2 people can go at a time, or like shoulder to shoulder.
So we have a
So-
lot of people.
Yeah,
going
so we
in.
have a column, is what you said.
Okay, I mean that's
We can still pull a Noah's Ark here, 2 at a time.
You could do that if you wanted to. Well, actually, they are like, "Yay, we free them! We drove them off. But how do we get out of here? Where's the exit?"
Follow us.
We're looking for one.
Yeah,
That's true.
This hole has to lead somewhere.
you do know where the exit is technically.
I guess.
I mean, we could take a few of them.
This is the only way we can
Why don't we give them a choice?
Yeah.
We could say, we're going to go fight the bad guy, or you guys can leave. Follow us if you want to fight.
All right.
That's the way towards
3 red shirts will go with you.
Okay.
21 will not.
Yeah, well,
That's fair.
they in a few minutes saw a lot of weird shit, and
Do we get sanity back for...
Wait, there were other ones
only
in
at
the other
the end
cages.
if they
though.
actually.
What
get
about the
out.
ones in the other 5 cages?
They're freeing them. Like
No, but are they willing to come?
No,
No.
none of them are willing to go.
They're still in PTSD,
They're actually
though,
all.
man.
They're all pretty. They're all also in pretty bad shape. They've been there a while.
So
Emaciated.
yeah, they're pretty emaciated.
We're not going to convince them.
Some of them are sick. Probably have cholera.
great, we can have them cough on the bad guy.
Wow.
Sean, let them go free.
Yes. They deserve it.
All right.
Do you really need to consider arming them against the wind that's coming soon?
Yes, that's the other thing. Yeah, you could leave them and not tell them about the polyp that will be arriving any minute now.
No, we should tell them.
Like, I'm willing to give them one of my lightning guns if that will actually work against the wind.
It will. You could try.
Toads does.
Okay, then I will put whoever looks most capable in charge of leading everyone and give him the gun.
What is your criteria? Physically strongest, peers. Do you have assess honesty or anything like that?
Streetwise.
Yeah.
I have streetwise determine
Streetwise.
who's the most worthy of being the leader.
There's a guy, he's clearly a button man from New York.
What's that mean?
That means he is a mafia killer.
I don't want to put him in charge.
Well,
I could do assess honesty
He
to see
looks
if,
like the most capable of handling himself, but
I'll spend assess honesty to see if we can find the person who will try to rescue everybody
okay.
else.
There is a woman there in her middle ages, or middle age, card. Yeah, sorry. You ask her, and she served. She was actually in World War One as a nurse, and actually went to the battlefield to get people back, drove ambulances and that kind of thing. And so she is.
Which battlefield? This is important.
Verdun. So,
Okay. Yeah.
So
Good job naming
British?
one of them, Ross.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, I'm not picking on you
Okay.
there.
Is she English or
Yeah.
I think I want to give my life
did she
better.
time travel too? Because that will go on. Here you go. Sorry, making all sorts of Outlander references now. So
She will. It looks like she has the most experience. Organizing people in times of crisis and that kind of thing. So, especially if you give her a gun, the men will probably respect her more. Get out.
So
Take this.
Yes. All right.
it looks like it's dangerous.
Dangerous to go alone.
Take this.
All right. So you give her to you explain how it works, and that's about
Simple point and click
And
interface.
say if the mobster gives you any trouble, just point this at his crotch.
The mobster has a pistol and some dynamite, so he'll be fine.
Nothing wrong can happen.
So at this point,
Sean's next
But
character.
if you hear the, I know it's going to sound odd. If
Depending
you
on where
hear the
it's
rushing
coming,
wind
but
coming up behind you, turn around and fire.
I mean, like right now.
What?
Fuck.
Yep, that didn't take
Into
too
the
long.
tunnel!
Well,
was
you
actually-
guys have kind of made a shitload of noise.
Yeah.
You think?
And
I actually expected the polyp much sooner.
yeah.
Ross is being too benevolent almost.
Yeah, well,
It's making you
everyone
nervous,
can
Sean.
give me
A sense trouble?
sense trouble check to see if you can identify it.
I will spend 2 and get a 7. What was the make, Ross?
It was 7, actually.
Damn. That means I'm out.
Nope.
4.
All right, 4. It was a 7 because it is invisible. And it's fucking dark, so you wouldn't be able to see much of it.
What about all the lights?
The lights are on, so that's why you have a chance to see it at all.
So the lights are on, but it's fucking dark. Just qualifying here.
As it's coming in from
Okay.
the dark. Jeez. Points of light in otherwise total dark.
1,000 points of light.
Yeah.
Okay, all of us who are going.
Its body is
into the tunnel.
rotating through visible space.
I can see it though.
It fades in and out, so that's why you have a chance of seeing it. It's not.
Still think we
totally-
should just get into the
Anyways,
tunnel.
I'm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
we're
we
getting
not
in the
doing?
tunnel.
Go.
I'm backing into the tunnel with my lightning gun pointed
Okay, you
the
do
other
that.
way.
I'm headed into the tunnel. I'm running through the tunnel.
I'll go with you.
it will use its wind.
Have fun with that, Sean.
Well, no, I'm backing into the tunnel. I'm still going into
Okay,
the tunnel.
so is everybody going into the tunnel?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So are you going to? You're running away rather than fighting it.
Yes.
Okay. So you leave them to their fate.
I fire one shot as I leave. Can I do that?
Sure. You have to go
Okay.
out.
Just
no.
to clarify here, did anyone tell them that something very bad is coming? Just
I did.
GTFO.
Yeah, I just told them if you hear the rushing wind,
Sorry. And
point it to
the
where it's
lightning
rushing
gun
and
works.
pull the trigger.
So you didn't say run away. You said stand and fight it.
Well, keep running, but this will delay it. Point it out.
Where are they going to run other than with you?
To the
To
exit.
the east or the south
told
or
them.
the
Oh, yeah,
west.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We're in the bunker. They just have to go.
Yeah, but the
up
only
stairs.
guide is coming with you, the Yithian. They don't know the tunnels as well as you guys do.
Well, that's a
It's
real
a
bummer.
straight shot up
Okay.
the tunnel. Up
Okay.
I have the map drawn.
All right. All right,
They
so you
have
tell them
that.
to
They have
flee. Good luck with that, guys. So they are new party player characters, apparently.
That's
We have
a Dungeon Crawl Classics game you should design.
It is. Escape from the city.
The heroes have abandoned you to a flying Paula.
That's
do you
basically
do
what you guys
now?
have done. So everyone give me a stability check.
I finally failed. 2.
How many?
3.
Okay.
4 minute.
It is what they wanted.
I am now.
They wanted not to die.
Well, we all want that, but not everybody's going
Ross?
to get it.
Yeah.
I am now shaken.
Okay.
So am I.
You should be. You've done some horrible things.
But it took this long to get me there.
All right, so you rush into this small tunnel. They rush. Most of them go to the south, following the lights, trying to get away. Some of them get lost. But yeah, you hear lightning explode with their one lightning gun. Of course, you have your 3 red shirts that are going with you. So
Yep.
they're like, "Boy, I think I made the right decision. Those guys are screwed."
Yeah, totally.
There are 4 lights.
So you head through the tunnel. Everyone, give me another sense trouble check.
5.
I will spend them. 7.
3.
Wait, what's the marching order, by the way?
What?
Who's up front?
I guess
Okay,
I
we
am,
can go
since I've
two
got the
abreast.
lightning.
Again.
Tron.
So Sean, and who else is up?
I'll be in front.
Okay.
So Sean and Melissa.
Lightning gun.
I'll
Ron.
take-
All right, so what are your two
What?
sense trouble?
I got 7.
I got 5
You got
7.
Okay. So where are the red shirts, by the way?
in the back.
You two, red
Okay.
shirt. Me and whoever wants to be in the third
Margot.
rank, red shirt. Whoever's bringing up the rear.
Okay, so
Aaron,
Sean,
red
Melissa, Aaron, Bill, red shirt,
Margot.
red shirt,
Right.
Margot, then red shirt, red shirt.
No, red shirt.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Sean, Melissa, red shirt. Myself, Aaron, red shirt, Margot. Unless anyone wants to be anywhere else.
No.
All
We
right.
good? We good.
Fine.
All right. So
Aaron, Bill, red shirt, Margot.
Yeah.
It's me and Melissa. Red
Yeah,
shirt,
yeah.
red shirt.
Aaron and red shirt.
No, Aaron and Bill.
Aaron and Bill. Okay. All
And
right.
Ann doesn't have an E.
Yeah.
Not that it matters. Initials would work.
Yeah. All right.
With me.
No, there's no more red shirts.
There's three.
You now have
oh, yeah,
5
yeah.
red shirts.
Yeah.
Two are together.
Okay.
You want to give us 5?
Unleash the lightning
All right.
gun and end this.
All right. So you two are the only ones who can really make the check because
Then
you're
I'm
up
going
front.
to have those points back.
So you see a tripwire.
Stop!
Yeah.
We shoot
Hammer
it.
time.
Yeah.
I yell stop.
Okay. Everyone stops.
Mind the tripwire and step over, please.
Oh, there's a tripwire?
Yeah.
I've got that covered.
Okay.
Mechanical repair.
Okay.
Oh,
I have points left.
Is that dude with us? Or did you? What did you do with that dude?
Oh, bad.
Crazy priest.
I think you were in the bathroom. He got
Oh.
into the head thingy.
And
Yeah, I
then you changed
brainwashed him
And
Left
and.
him
abandoned
there.
him.
Yeah,
But he worships Nodens.
if he lives.
If he lives.
Sure.
Anyway, he's not our problem anymore.
No.
All right. Make a check.
4.
4. Okay. Yeah, it was rigged to blow with some dynamite. So
We take the dynamite.
yeah, you take the
We
dynamite.
take the tripwire.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
We need to
it could
garage
be
somebody.
useful. It's
Yeah.
wire.
Take-
I wasn't sure whether it was like cut now or whether we
It doesn't
actually
matter.
just
It's bits of
disarmed it.
wire.
Yeah.
MacGyver. Bubble gum. Paperclip.
Personally, that
bomb.
was the last of my mechanical repair. So if you want to get on that,
All right.
But if we have wire, it makes things easier in the future for preparedness checks if we absolutely have to.
Have the wire.
Yes.
Yes.
I have
You
wire.
can have it.
So the tunnel opens up to a larger area. It looks like a sort of canyon. There is a. It looks actually a metal bridge has been put over the pit over the bottom
like
from the
this.
tunnel to a landing that goes into a large. Looks like a metal tower of some sort. Most of it is buried in the rock, but the metal tower goes. So you can't see the full dimension of it. But it looks somewhere in the middle. The metal bridge looks like it's made out of corrugated tin, something like that, or
Can I
whatever.
assess the honesty of the
Is it a
bridge?
conductive metal?
Yes. What is like the stuff they make shacks out of and stuff like that? Like
Corrugated steel.
yeah, corrugated steel. Sorry, yeah.
Which is not as conductive, but
Yeah.
would still conduct.
Reinforced with wood and other things. So kind of put together.
What about the tower? What type of metal is it made out of?
You can't tell.
We could just shoot the tower with our lightning gun since it's all metal. Fry
Well, there's an
everything
open
inside.
doorway.
Yeah.
There's an open doorway into the tower.
And also Indiana.
okay.
So looks like this is the only way unless Husband climbed down the
Right?
canyon, but that looks like a very dark pit, very very deep.
There's probably something in the pit.
It's
Feeling.
probably about 30 feet long.
Okay, so are we assuming that the bridge is booby trapped?
It's metal, so if they shoot it with electricity, we're screwed.
Okay.
They could have it rigged to just electrocute it.
Now, your side is higher than the other, so than the landing.
Could we rig some sort of grounding device for ourselves with the bit of wire that I made?
Sorry, say that again. Sorry,
No, it's not
Okay.
worth it.
I'm trying to keep track of everything. So yeah,
Is there like a cart with wheels?
there were
Preferably
wheelbarrows
made of
back
rubber.
on the first floor.
Dang it.
Yeah,
Should have brought one of those.
yeah.
All right.
Can we make
So-
preparedness checks for
I
rubber
start hearing
boots?
Kali Maha. I'm getting
Wait.
out of here.
I have filch cherry.
Okay.
Wait, no. That's not
Is
the
that
same thing
stealing
as
something earlier on?
Yeah.
Preparedness check. Actually, the people who were on the ground floor can now make preparedness check to say they took something from the first floor. Wheelbarrow would be a little high because
Rubber boots.
rubber boots. Yeah.
Right.
That is also not how electricity works.
Yeah.
Do you have any
Anything.
ideas?
No.
Okay.
It's not currently arcing. You don't hear the hum of electricity or anything like that. It's
Is there
currently wired?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that we could tie rope to on the side?
Yeah. There are some. The rock face on your side is pretty broken up in some places.
And it would be very secure?
You could find a place. Yeah.
Anyone feel like rope shimmy?
Personally, no. But knock yourself out.
You could volunteer a red shirt to do it.
Because that won't be a stability check. As Ross
Or we could put the most observant person in front and, not constantly assume death traps.
Well, I only have one more point of sense trouble.
I have 0 left.
Yeah, and I have 1, so.
Anyone else?
Okay.
Anne, do you have sense trouble left?
Actually, I guess I just got those 3 back. Didn't spend because I couldn't, so... Alright. I guess I'll spend 3... I mean, I'm gonna look at the damn thing first. Like,
Does it
flashlights,
look
the whole
wired?
jazz.
Yeah.
Are there any visible wires leading to it?
No.
Okay. Then I march across the fucking bridge.
Okay, it is rickety though. Give me athletics check. Don't roll a 1.
Do not fall off bridge. You're fine.
I don't.
Okay, you don't fall off or slip on the side. It's not exactly stable.
Watch your step.
Yeah. Who's next?
Emboldened by his
I'll go.
success.
All right.
2.
Don't fall off. Good job. All right. Who's next?
I'll spend 1. Just to make sure. 3.
All right.
I'll spend 1.
Okay.
7.
Wrong hand, Aaron. Please don't roll.
I'm gonna roll this one and I'm
I
gonna
love
die,
this
but I'm
new
spending the last one I have regardless, so.
Not a bad idea.
5.
You're fine.
See? Left
Red
hand.
shirts.
Yeah.
Hey.
They're great.
Competent.
They
Wow.
bounce across like mountain goats.
All right. So,
Doing ballet.
so you head in. There's actually light coming from within the tower as you look at the threshold of it. Yes, this is the testing.
Is this the historian speaking?
Yes, the
now, or
historian. Yeah, the historian. This is a testing facility.
Sure.
I
That's a good
suppose
one.
is a word. It is shielded both on the exterior and interior. I think it was made more to protect the rest of the city in case of an accident
That's
than to protect others from gazing upon it. Viewing it is temporarily shielded as well. You could use your artifact within it to gaze upon things, but not on the outside universe, and vice versa. So, I believe that is how it worked. But yes, I hope that was helpful.
Really?
It's very dangerous. I
That's the
believe.
first time you've cared.
Well, I believe this logically should be the place where my other component of my psyche was, and I would very much like it back.
Wait, have the two merged, or is the child standing next to
Oh, they're speaking in unison. They always do that.
Oh.
You guys got used to that.
Yeah, it was only one stability check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Out of all the things, yeah, the child is there. They act as one in 2 separate bodies.
All right,
So
let's crawl the tower.
Have
you
fun
head
staying
in.
castle?
Pretty much.
There is a light coming from within as you
Is
follow.
there a light in the attic?
No, it is sort of a natural light. It is different shades blending through. You actually see that there are side chambers opening up
No,
as
that's
well.
Shel Silverstein.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, thank you.
Flowers
believe-
in the attic,
yeah.
which is something else entirely.
No, my brain's gone.
Yeah, the historian says yes. I believe this must. I believe there were different configurations. This seems to indicate that there was one experiment going on, but there were many side variables or side experiments based on the central one.
That's not the scientific theory.
Well, they were
Sorry, Aaron.
perhaps channeling or shunting energy from the central experiment to conduct other experiments as well. Perhaps you could figure out what is being performed here.
Is that important to retrieving the other part of you?
Well, this Huston clearly came here. He must have found this and is trying to gain some sort of advantage on here. Does his manuscript have any mention of this? I don't. Here, let me look at it. Do you hand the historian the manuscript?
You were in the bathroom.
Oh, did you give
I
it to me?
have it
She's
with
got
me.
it.
So
Yeah.
Do you want to give it to the Yithian?
I will
Yeah.
return it when I read it.
Since I'm part of
Personally,
the
I would-
Lamplighters now, I'd say...
Just hold it up.
So this is here.
Yeah, here, look
Yeah,
at
that's
this.
never gone horribly wrong.
Oh, I need to read it if I.
I'm gonna say group consensus. I vote go ahead and giving it because it's been honest with
I'm
us.
technically
no.
a member of the Lamplighters now, so I vote yes.
Okay. This is consensus. I'm
So if there's one no, then,
well. Okay, majority rules.
okay, majority rules.
That means a
Yeah.
different thing.
All right. So where does Sulan stand?
Sulan is saying, sure, why not?
What are Margot? I guess Margot. At this point, there's 3 already.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
It's just
But for the record,
Margot would let her read it.
all right.
so-
So overruled.
All right.
That was alone.
Half the manuscript is
Moving on.
given to the child, or the historian gives half the manuscript to the child. They both start reading. They're reading the pages out of order, but they just look at
They're
it,
reading
flip
them
it
Not
over.
linear, so that actually matters.
Well, you don't know. You haven't read it yourself, but they look at it for like 3 seconds, flip it over, flip it over. So it takes them a few minutes to read. No, this is not in the. This is not part of the cult's instructions. This is all Huston's idea. Whatever
Okay.
this
A
is.
personal project.
A personal project. He did not put this in this manuscript. Is
It's not even peer reviewed.
is his own more evidence of his own megalomania
And his bad
delusions of
copy
grandeur. Horrible copy editing. Not even an Oxford comma to be seen. This is secret even to his fellow cultists. He returns it to you.
Anything else interesting?
Many things.
Anything
Could you give
relevant
us
to
the
us?
executive summary?
Well, if you it's not very interesting unless you survive this. It will be interesting in the long term, but
Okay, we'll take your
So,
word on it.
in your view, which you previously established yourself... Oh, wait, you reunited. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Withdrawn.
yes.
Okay. If it's not relevant now, then I
it's
trust
not relevant.
Okay.
So if we proceed there, we should go to the central chamber, and Huston would logically be there. But we could find out what he's trying up to if we go to these side chambers.
Let's just shoot him.
Yeah, we can always investigate after the fact if the building is still here.
Okay.
Dracula's castle will not collapse and the treasure disappear.
All right.
So we think.
Right. I'm just
By
like...
It's not
collapsing.
steal Dracula's gold yet.
Yeah. Personally, I was just thinking that, if he's running a bunch of Superman batteries, essentially, if we, cut his leads, the lightning gun might lightning him a little better. But whatever.
All right.
Onward and
In a
upward.
room.
The rest of you do not want to do that. Let's not do that.
Here we go
Okay.
then.
We
So
could
you
send red shirts to set up the room.
Can we... Okay. I'm going to stop presenting dissenting opinions because it turns into 5 minutes of dithering
Yeah. All right.
instead of doing something that no one else wants to do.
All right. So you head on to the central chamber. Yes.
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 Okay. So you head in, and you can see there is a massive open chamber. In the center of it, there is a pillar. It appears to be made of a mirrored substance. It is reflecting. Yes.
Die in a fire.
If we end up in the
Huston-
80s, I'm gonna come over the table.
Synthopia.
Huston is looking at you.
Shoot him.
You. Okay. Well, he doesn't even get a chance to monologue.
Also shoot him.
All right.
Me too.
I will spend
Cross
5.
the streams.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll also spend 5.
All right.
8. Spending 5.
Okay.
Also 8.
10.
8.
I'm spending 3. So 4.
Okay.
So-
You shoot him. You enter the chamber. You
We
see
all
the mirrored.
shoot him.
Yeah, you enter the chamber. You see the mirrored pillar. It is glowing. You do not see Huston.
No,
You
we did see him.
just
We
said
said
we
we
did.
saw him. We shot him. Because
You
said
enter
he
the
said-
chamber. Everyone give me a sense trouble check.
Should we just go and view Mother?
What's the difficulty?
4.
Okay, I made
Six.
it.
Made it.
Yeah, you all get the sense of the strangest deja vu. And you can see, actually, there's something behind the mirrored pillar this time. But no, this is the first time you've entered it. No, yeah, whatever. There's something behind the mirrored pillar. You can walk around the side.
Side rooms now?
Sure.
Well, no, you could just walk around to the, there's something behind the mirrored pillar. Or you can go back.
Go behind the mirrored pillar.
Okay.
Okay, you go behind the mirrored pillar. You see that there is a small gateway just glowing in the center behind it. A narrow copy of the mirror, or like the exact cutout of the mirrored pillar, revealing some sort of darkened corridor. You hear footsteps leading from it. Like someone's went through the gateway and ran through it. So, if you want to chase Huston, you can chase him through there. Or as you actually see in the corner, they're actually not in the corner. The room is circular. There is someone else standing by the gateway, just inside of it.
The engineer?
It doesn't. It's not Huston, so it probably is.
Okay.
Pipe.
Hello there? Wait. Okay.
Hello? Is it
Does
you we're looking
anyone
for?
want to chase after him?
After we figure out
yeah.
who this guy is
No,
first.
if he's running away, if anyone wants to chase after him,
I don't want
split
to.
and go now.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Well, how are we going to stop what's going on here without killing him?
Well, if we have the engineer, that foils part of the plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't know where he's going, and I don't want to.
We've also
an
killed a
alternate
shit
mission.
ton of cultists.
Okay.
And we just caused a temporal event.
Well, all right then. Bye, guys. I chase after him.
Okay.
Okay.
Bill, yeah, he runs after the hallway. The historian and the child start heading toward the gateway as well, and they start speaking in a language. Well, it sounds like Aklo. So those are pretty much everybody at this point knows Aklo, or at least can recognize it. But the engineer steps out of the gateway. They start talking to each other quite rapidly, and then they stop talking. They start staring at each other.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, the
Is
three
it actually?
blank-faced humans. So, Bill, you're running down a darkened corridor. You run, but then up ahead, you turn. You can make it looks like you're in some sort of office building or something.
Okay.
You turn the corner, you can see windows. You see Huston.
I shoot him.
Okay.
I'll just test. 3 points.
All right.
4.
Okay. That will tag him. Go ahead.
8.
Okay. He staggers, falls down, but he is out of sight. He falls around the other corner. So you could have to give me another athletic check to get by him. All right.
6.
All right. So as you run by, you glance out the or give me a sense trouble check to not glance out the window.
Nope.
All right. You glance out the window. You see you're not. Where the hell are you? You're in a city you don't
It's not
recognize.
important right now.
Give me a stability check. Let's see if you.
It is important.
It's really important right now.
It's 3 stability.
I'm still fine.
Yeah. But you continue on because you're not shaken yet.
Yep.
So you continue on. You see
So
another.
he's laying on the ground?
He fell out of sight. So you get to where he was. Like you shot him, he fell around the corner.
Okay.
He was
Through a doorway or...
yeah, through a doorway. And there's another gateway, so it's another chase.
Fine.
All right.
Portal.
You jump through the portal.
Yeah.
The cake is the lie.
Yes, the
When
cake is
when he
alive.
looked out the window, was there a marquee that says now
I
playing
don't
Return
care.
of the Jedi?
Okay. So go ahead and give me another roll, athletics.
Okay. 4.
Okay. So you could hear him up ahead. You have 2 options. Well, you go through the gateway, and you can see you're outside now.
Don't care.
In a
Where's
forest. Forest near a building. Looks like some sort of squat industrial building. Up ahead. Yeah. You see he is it's very quiet, so his footsteps are easy to hear, but he's along the side of the building that you're in front of. So you don't know if you will be able to get to him, you'll be able to round the corner and lose sight of him or not. Or you could, the building looks like some sort of garage. You could try and go straight through the building, see if there's a back door or something like that to get through. So follow his path or try and cut him off.
If you want to go to the others, I want to.
Okay.
Take
So
it back here.
so it's a chase. Yeah. So anyways, the Yithian now looks at you and speaks all three voices at once. Thank you. You have been most helpful for primates.
Meh.
Yes.
Well, thank you. Although I assume you're complete now.
As we can be, we can return to our proper time at this point.
Have we stopped Hutchison from doing
Hudson is trying to escape. He had a escape plan for, in case his master displeased him. He had very grandiose ideas. He is running through time. In alternate universe timelines, parallel worlds that may or may not exist. Your friend, if he catches him soon enough, will be able to, and kills him, he will be flung back here. If not, he will be lost.
In an alternate universe?
Lost in time.
Perhaps
And
in
space.
between timelines, which is fate. Not even a primate of you would not understand all of it, but it would be terrible what he could perceive of it. But we should leave soon. This place will become. It will start bleeding through here. We will become unstable. We will start bleeding through time as well.
You will, or all of us will?
Oh, it's already started. You see yourselves walking through the door.
Oh, there it goes.
You see yourselves as you were a minute ago. Everyone give me a stability check.
3,
4.
Okay. So you look at yourselves. Did anyone get a lower than a 4?
I got a 3.
That's another 3 stability.
So that puts me at -4, Ross.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not having the best day. So your previous alternate timeline version of you is like, it's a trap! He's trying to trick us! Or not. How would you react to seeing yourselves?
Can they see us, or are we seeing
Yes,
it?
you're seeing each other. Your timelines are over.
Hey, can I have that eye? Then I'd have 2.
That would have no unforeseen consequences.
Yeah, so you actually give me another stability check.
4.
You suddenly remember yourself. Wait, what if it's a trick? I need to see through time to make sure it's us. And you do, so you lose a point of sanity. So you don't start shooting at each other, which is
We don't?
No.
Okay, good.
Why
Yeah.
would we?
Well, I don't know.
Because it could have been a trap laid by
Because
Ghost.
Ross wants to make me spend a point of sanity. That's why.
Because you're using because you have a time artifact in your head in a place where time is collapsing. So, anyways, Bill, if you figure out what you want to do,
Yeah, can I spend a point of pharmacy to have a pick-me-up?
make a preparedness check. Or do you have any preparedness left to spend?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But pharmacy, like the descriptions for the skills say if you have the point, you have the basics
Okay. All right.
available.
Sure.
So, I mean...
That would give you 3-point
I'm
refreshment,
yeah,
I thought.
exactly. I'll spend all 3 of them.
All right.
7.
Are you just chasing directly after him?
Yes.
Okay. So with
With
a
a
7, yeah. You catch up, you can make another shot.
All right.
You see.
Spend 5
All right.
for a 10.
Okay. As you shoot him, go ahead and roll damage.
6.
He falls down. He stops moving.
Okay.
There was another gate in front of him. It flickers, and it shows a room. It shows this sort of dark room. There is a rock in the center of the view of the gate. Looks like molten lava rock or something like that. It's hard to tell. That's what you see. For a moment, everything else is still. You look around you. It's like you're in some abandoned city or factory.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear birds chirping in the distance. What do you do?
I shoot him again.
Okay. Roll. How many charges are you spending?
3.
Okay.
Long description, I shoot him again.
All right.
Because apparently he's not dead yet. And I would have to reverse fix the mind cone to be a dick to him.
Yeah.
4.
Okay.
Someone laying on the ground.
All right. So
that was the attack. No.
Okay, that still hits him. Yes. He's dead.
8.
All right. He is more dead. The gateway flickers and collapses as you look at yourself. You look behind you. You see 2 enormous concrete towers, sort of circular. You've never seen anything like it before. They're enormous in size.
Cyclopean.
Cyclopean, yes. In the distance, you can hear the some sort of something in the air, and then you hear the screaming in the distance. People are like a horde of people just screaming. You look. What do you do?
Forest things. Okay, the gate has flickered out.
The gate has. Well, it flickers out. Yeah, after you shoot him again.
Okay. Whatever. No longer important.
Yeah.
Does he have anything on him?
So you go up to him?
Sure.
Okay, you go up to him.
Kick him once.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I do, kick him right in the fork.
All right. At that point, time just sort of stops as soon as you touch him. The waveform collapses. You fall. You see a flash of images. You see a fast forward. In minutes, a horde of raving madmen, thousands, hundreds of thousands of strong people just screaming, heading towards the towers.
Are they all the same priest?
No, they're not. You see a strange flying machine in the air with rotors instead of wings, on top of it. You see men carrying guns wearing strange body armor. You see a desperate act. And then darkness.
Thank God.
Yeah.
That's probably the best.
Yes. So anyway, you guys... can
time to go home.
Yeah. So yes, we should flee right now.
Run away!
So probably everyone give me a fleeing check. If you have athletics, you can use that as well.
Ross, it's not
I
often you
will
get the line of the night.
send all 3 fleeing. 4 or 5.
All right.
3,
Spending 3.
7.
4. That was a good
3.
choice.
Ooh, you're looking for a 5.
Yeah, I made it.
What?
What'd you get as well?
I got a 4.
Oh, okay. So you two are running up. Sulan trips as
Man, I finally died.
well, not
Not
necessarily.
yet. Okay.
Someone can try and save you.
Anybody?
You're closer. You're farther away. So you guys can make another check, athletics or fleeing, to try and help one of the 2 that have fallen behind. Or you can just say...
Which ones fell?
Sulan and...
Which one am I closer to?
Sulan.
I'll try to help Sulan with a
Alright.
point of athletics. I'll get a
With
5.
a 5, that's good enough.
Thank you. Okay.
Are you going to go back for Lydia or
Am I
Margot?
No.
close enough to Lydia to help?
I don't have anything
You
left.
can help Lydia.
Alright. I will spend. I need to get a 5. I'll spend.
Yeah, because you
3.
got a 3.
So 4.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thank you anyway.
Bye, Lydia.
All right. As you're rushing back,
Preparedness check beforehand, since I still have points in that, to say that I have
Legs that are
like,
springs.
well, no, I had basically a couple more grappling hooks or climbing equipment that I can at least latch on and give myself
Or
one.
even like a crowbar.
Yeah,
To, like,
or one of the crowbars to latch on and give myself one more chance to pull myself up.
all right, sure.
All right, I will spend 5 on that to make sure I get it.
Okay.
Wrong hand. Wrong hand.
I have 5. I can't.
All right, go for it.
It's a sliding difficulty.
Stop.
On the table. On the table.
I'm rolling my left hand. I'm not.
It
Really?
doesn't matter.
So 9.
All right, yeah, you can have it. You can make one more fleeing check.
All right. So, and the 4 points in fleeing. So
You didn't spend the 4 points.
actually, I didn't see that because
Okay.
I saw my athletics.
I'm so glad I didn't
I said athletics.
It's been a couple of weeks since I played this, and I haven't used any fleeing beforehand. So.
All right.
I find that hard to
All
believe.
right, 6.
All right. You didn't spend all 4?
I spent all 4.
Oh, is that a 3 or
That's a
2?
2.
Oh,
Two.
looked like a 3.
Yeah, it's the way the dice is.
So, yeah, you find that you push yourself up. With
Dust
the
yourself off.
actually, you help yourself.
Bootstraps.
Yeah.
Brandian.
No, you help yourself up. You're picked up.
Oh my god.
Give me another stability check.
Again, wrong hand.
You lose 6 stability as you see yourself. You collapse into nothingness as the timeline starts reasserting yourself.
Negative
As
7.
a potential version of you has been disintegrated.
Doesn't he? So if he's below 6,
Yeah.
right?
That's
That
a
means you
permanent-
have a permanent insanity.
Yeah, you're not the real one. That was you. You died. You're not real.
You're Arnold Schwarzenegger in 6th Day.
No, I'm. Oh damn
You've
it.
looked on the eyelid.
I'm Dana from Night Vale.
Yeah.
So.
So you're not real. At least that's what you get as you rush out in a blind panic. So. So last check. Now it's the bridge again. Give me roll athletics or fleeing above not a 1.
4.
All right.
I'll spend 1.
4.
2.
Down. That's the left hand, you son of a bitches. That's the left fucking hand.
Yes.
Worthless.
So now it's approximating a mathematical average, as opposed to your right hand, which breaks statistics.
All right. So you fall on the side. You clutch on the side of it.
And now it's
Any one of you can help him up, but if you fail on an athletics check, you will fall as well.
Screw it.
With the bridge
Sorry,
will
Aaron, I
crash.
got no points.
I only have 1 point. I
No,
don't know if that's good
keep
enough.
it at this point. I've the last words.
Let the dilettante fall.
The last words. I'm going to find my brother. Let go.
Actually, no. You still have the manuscript on you. Do you try and give that to somebody?
Well, could we throw him a rope?
You could throw him.
Wait,
Yeah.
if he's not the real Aaron, he doesn't have the manuscript
She
on him.
doesn't. Well,
Yeah, she does.
You can try. I would.
Yeah, you could either give him, put the manuscript on the bridge so someone else can grab it, or you could try, or someone could throw you a rope real quick. But this is the absolute last game.
Or if you want to hold out.
Does anybody have a athletics? I will say basically the way it works is if you have to hold, you don't have time to hold the rope on. You have to hold the rope yourself. So if Aaron rolls another 1, you're pulled over the side, and then you have to pull yourself up and get up.
We don't like those odds.
I know. It's life or death.
Here, we'll give you one of Ross's die.
It's not going to matter.
Use my casino dice.
I hate it actually. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, what the hell? I'll throw him the damn rope.
All right.
I filched the
Don't
manuscript
roll
off
1.
him.
Oh yeah, that works.
Ross,
What?
I reached down and filched
A
the
2.
manuscript off him.
All right. Give me.
Actually, you already did.
Oh yeah.
So I am not doing this.
Okay, well.
Okay. So the
The rope
difficulty is
didn't happen.
Okay.
If she filched it, then the rope didn't
You're
happen.
not even going to try to save him?
No, fine, okay.
All right. Difficulty is a 3 to pull yourself up.
All right.
That was just in case it failed.
He got
I
3.
hate it.
All right. You finally pull yourself up. You're just
It was nothing
crazy.
personal about the stealing, by the way.
It wasn't his to begin with.
So what did you steal?
Can I send one of my
The manuscript.
selves to
Oh, the
go
manuscript.
find
Oh yeah, your
Bill?
red shirts are all gone. By the way, they
Yeah.
they got lost
That's
in the
fine.
time stream. So
And they're going to pop up in some of your other campaigns.
maybe I don't know what you're talking about. So the
Time tunnel.
yes, the time tunnel. So Bill, as you try and wake up.
Do I wake up in an Eclipse Phase 1 shot?
No, you don't. You do.
What about a Dungeon Crawl Classic?
You can feel what's going on. You feel yourself in the time stream. Give me a stability check. See how well you understand it.
We're going to have so many crazies in the team if they live.
Yeah.
It's okay, it's the end of the thing. What's name? Nope.
Okay. You see, you can't quite understand, but you realize there's more than one of you. There are many potential yous.
I have an open point of history.
Okay, yeah. There are many potential yous. There are many potential
Can I
hustins.
spin that?
Yeah, you can make that spin.
Okay.
So, what is your instinct? To try and get to safety, to try and ensure Huston is dead, or to try and help your friends? You killed him in one timeline, but you don't know if that's every timeline.
I need to ego kill the bastard.
Okay. So you start not looking for yourself, but looking for your prey. Focused on that, you disappear, hunting him down in alternate timelines. Seeing that
You are time cop.
Yes, you are You are a Terminator, essentially.
The one.
So yeah, that's it for your character.
Okay.
He disappears and is never seen from again.
He's not dead.
Yeah.
He's doing something he loves.
Yeah.
He'll come back in another campaign.
Yeah. With
So-
a really big beard.
With Aubrey.
Point lightning gun at Huston. 20. Pull trigger. 30. Go to 10.
So you manage to stagger your way back to the headquarters. You can hear the sound of
The men
lightning.
working on the chain gang.
Well, you still have the zombified miners who are there. There's lightning in the distance where the nurse is fighting off a flying polyp. There's a scream and shouting of the cultists.
I shoot a lightning gun.
The
at
city
flying
is filled
polyp.
with life for the first time in millions of years. Not for very long.
I shoot a lightning gun at the flying polyp.
It's not in sight. It's
Oh.
just you can see the report of the lightning gun in the distance. You can't
We're
tell where it is.
kidding.
It's a lightning gun. It creates a really loud, bright.
Boom.
Yeah.
So we run towards there?
A really loud
Well, no, the Yithian is there, and it is fully intact. It is saying. To summarize, now I suppose I could give you information that would be relevant to your long-term plans. Their ritual, logistically speaking, would happen on January 14th, 1926, at 3 points simultaneously. This location, the Mountain of the Black Wind, and a place called Grey Dragon Island near Shanghai. It would create a massive gate in which the crawling chaos and the great old ones could revisit Earth and visit upon a new age of ruin and chaos. It would be detrimental to your self-interest if this were to happen. You have disrupted them in the Mountain of the Black Wind, but they would have time to recover. Even this, you have disrupted them here as well. And perhaps I cannot see into this time stream to see if this is successful or not. You could stay here and prevent any further build-up of the cult until January 14th. I do not know what kind of forces they could send after you. Or, if you wish, as a final favor, I could open a gate to take you. Your timeline coincides, he looks at you, Salon, with Shanghai. Mm-hmm. I could find one of those points and insert you there at this time, so you could be. If you stopped their effort, disrupted them in all 3 locations, I do not believe they would have the resources to recover. They could certainly recover 1, perhaps 2, but certainly not all 3. Certainly.
Let's go to Shanghai.
So that is your choice. If there's anything else,
That is my choice.
Da 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 da.
I'm going to stop these guys. These are the ones who killed my brother. I'm going to get them.
Yes, damage.
I have my eye. I've lost it at this point, obviously.
Yes.
So.
I will.
Pretty unstable myself.
If there's nothing else, I will open the gate. It would be only move you through space, not through time. So alter your timelines sufficiently. So
Can we just make one request?
what?
Sulan, isn't there a certain bar that you don't want to be at?
Stumbling Tiger Bar.
In
That
Shanghai?
we don't want to be at?
I thought
Yeah.
you did.
You did. That was a clue from New York.
No, I mean, isn't there? Never mind.
Oh, you're
Oh,
talking about
the other bar from
The
Shanghai
other bar.
Bullets.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, no.
Yeah,
It'd
don't
probably
send
be
me
bad
there.
to be there.
No, of course. I will send you to your old home.
Thank you.
You will.
Just
Are we
sleep in my
keeping the
own
lightning
bed again.
guns?
Yeah.
You may.
Okay.
They are partially discharged.
How many do we have? They were carrying 2.
I've got 2, and I've
I
only
had
spent
2.
8 points
They have
of
2.
lightning gun.
I have 1. So we have...
We're really armed with lightning. It's
yeah,
good.
we're doing well.
Yes.
We're a little nuts.
They can
Oh,
make
We've
a
got
check.
lightning.
you gave
Yeah,
your second
I have
one.
one.
So
Yeah.
we have 5 total.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if Margot or I
Sorry,
run
6
out
total,
of points,
so-
you can
Or
just...
if you guys are feeling super generous and
Give
want to
it to
re-equip me.
Yes.
Who are you?
Remains to be seen.
Yes.
It's all Moffat. My face is in shadow. I just spoke.
Yes. Next season.
There's a hint that it might be a female voice, but then we'll...
So
Not comfortable.
the three who are one begin drawing symbols on a nearby wall in perfect unison, and speak a few words, and it opens into a gate, revealing one of your rooms, your living room.
Hey,
We open the gates and seize the day.
my house.
Yes, you will not have help from the lamplighters in this location. I believe they are not active.
What if I start a branch? I am a lamplighter. I could start a chapter here.
That
Get
would-
dues.
That would be commendable.
Win.
Yes. Thank you. If you survive this, I will take efforts to rendezvous with you again. The timelines are too many. I cannot see, but I must return to my people.
Thank you for your help.
Thank you for freeing me from a fate worse than death, serving a primate.
Do we
That's
get any
terrible.
stability back for rescuing you?
Yes, you do.
How
Oh,
much?
thank God.
You regain 4 stability and 1 sanity.
I am at 0. I am happy.
Zero is still shaken.
But you can.
It's also the end of the chapter. So.
Yes. That ends. So you step through the gate, and you're in Shanghai. No more boats. No more having to check to see if someone's looking for you in the ports.
Until we have to go to the docks.
Yes.
Inevitably, one of the crews will take us there.
Well, maybe. Okay. Yes.
We'll just go to the airport instead. That worked out well.
Yeah.
Ross doesn't have plans for airports.
So, question comes to suggestions. You guys like
We're
that?
finally back in Shanghai.
Yes.
What were the other worlds that you were taking? Because that goddamn crystal.
The mirror pillar, yes, I had to throw that. That was all me. The stone that you saw through the gate was actually the elephant's foot in Chernobyl. So that's where you were. So you really didn't want to go through there. So yes. Huston was in a panic. He was like, "I want to show me a gate that will kill anyone and kill. I'll make a trap gate. Something that will." Yeah. So he was trying to trick you.
That's pretty impressive. We made it through an entire continent with only 1 death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something.
Like Europe?
Yeah.
No, we had several deaths in Europe.
He died twice.
Once. Kenya is not in Europe.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't
Oh, yeah.
Kenya.
Yeah, this has been fairly low body count.
Yeah.
Part of it is the
It's a little
system, I
insane.
think, because it's not as random as Call Cthulhu.
Oh yeah, Aaron didn't join us until Kenya.
Yeah, I know.
Not as clumsy or as random.
Oh, yeah.
Briefly.
Yes. So, we'll pick up next week.
Who will Bill be? We don't know.